Check. This is Mad Bear Angler. Test mic 1, 2, 3. Sound check. 1 off. 1, 2, 3. This is Mad Bear Angler. Test mic 1, 2, 3. Sound check. 1 off. Ayun no, brother Perds. Magandang gabi sa'yo. Alam mo, brother, habang magandang gabi. Long time pa ka nang tagal mo nawala. Brother Israel, magandang gabi sa'yo, no? Brother William, eto na ang mga... eto na ang mga, ano eh, ang mga... mga usual suspects, kumbaga, no? Yan, sige. Ngayon, habang naghihintay tayo, mga bossing, i-share nyo na lahat to. I-share nyo na. No? I-share nyo. Habang mabisa, na busy virtual delic at grinding sa Axie. Okay lang yan, pare. Kaperahan yan. Basta kaperahan. Walang problema, pare. Ayun! Basta. Yun, Dan Sharing, maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. Maganda ang topic natin ngayon, ano? Ngayon, habang naghihintay tayo ng 10 uli, mga bossing, sinasabi ko nga sa inyo, i-share nyo na to. 'Di ba? Maliit na bagay, malaking maitutulong. 'Di ba? Alam nyo, pansin ko, marami na ring mga angler na YouTuber na nagla-live na rin eh. So, good for them. 'Di ba? Kaysa, alam nyo yun, nagpi-fishing. No? Magandang gabi rin sa'yo, Tamps. Idol, magandang gabi. Ano to? Ayan. Aray ko. I-share lang natin, ha? Episode 8 na tayo. Napakabilis ng panahon, ano? Magandang gabi. I-share lang natin to tapos pwede na tayong bumanat. Ayan, i-share nyo na. Lahat kung mga naka-friends kayo dun sa Mad Bear Angler at saka doon sa channel ko, palag! I-share! Diba? Kamusta? Isang mainit na Sabado ngayong gabi. Kamusta kayong lahat, no? Kamusta kayong lahat? Anong papapasko mo sa amin? Dapat ako humingi ng pamasko sa inyo. Gaganda ng gamit nyo eh. O, Bulkatos, magandang gabi, pare. Magandang gabi. Oo, paki-like naman ng video, mga bossing. Para, alam mo, malaking tulong na sa akin yun. No? Habang naghihintay tayo, 4 na, no? Under na. Alam nyo, mga bossing, maganda tong topic natin ngayong gabi. What is up? Magandang gabi, magandang gabi, magandang gabi. Isang magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. No? Yo, maraming salamat sa likes. So targetin uli natin 20 likes man lang para rock and roll. No? Mga bossing lahat na nandito, tapos i-share nyo na rin para masaya. Like, share, pag hindi pa nag-subscribe, subscribe na. Magandang gabi. Napakainit ngayong panahon. Hindi kasi ako pwede mag-aircon at may mga inaalagaan ako dito. Baka hindi na mabuhay. Pag nag-aircon ako. Tiyan, ina. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. I-zoom lang natin ng konti yung ating pagmumuka. Maulan dito kaso maalinsangan. Ganun talaga. Actually, Bulkatos, kakaulan lang dito kaninang hapon. Yes! Part 2 ng ating lures. No? Sige, hintayin natin. Habang naandito na. Nandito na lang din naman. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Isang mapagpalang gabi. No? Magandang gabi sa inyo. Lilipat lang tayo ng mga bagay-bagay para hindi makaabala. Yan. Kamusta kayong lahat? Kamusta kayo? Kamusta? Yo! What up, Chana Po? What up? What up? Magandang gabi. Alam nyo, pinakamaganda habang naghihintay dito, habang naghihintay tayo rito, like, share, and subscribe. I-share nyo na po ito sa lahat ng pwede nyo i-share. Stephen Buwan, magandang gabi sa'yo. May buwan nga ba? Ayun, attendance. Brother Dave Kalanok, magandang gabi. Ito, tama-tama to, Brother DK, itong mga kasagutan sa mga tanong mo tungkol sa fishing. Brother Kira, magandang gabi sa'yo. Ayan, sana lang, andar na. Isa na lang, andar na. Sana matagal ang discussion. Actually, isa pa to, Brother Israel. Naging tanong mo rin sa akin to. Sasagutin natin ngayong gabi. Ha? Ayun, Brother Mike. Magandang gabi, Brother Mike. Magandang gabi sa inyo. Ayan, 11 na. Pwede na tayo magsimula. Okay, mga bossing, ang ating pag-uusapan, like I mentioned last week, last week, top water lures. Ngayon naman, magda-diving lures tayo. Diving lures tayo ngayon, mga bossing. So ngayon, nag-prepare ang inyong lingkod. Aray, putik na yan ang hirap pag naka-diving lures, no? Ayan, tabi lang natin ng ganyan. Diba? So, diving lures tayo ngayon, mga bossing. Mabuhay ang mga mambubulig. Ayan, halatang nasa Central Luzon si brother. Sabagay, nung bulig ang tawag natin, di ba? Mabisa. Sa mga di nakakaalam, sa Bulacan, sa Central Luzon, sa Region 3, ang tawag namin sa dalag, bulig. Tapos, brother neighbor Demon Lord. Ayan, JA, kumpare, meet Demon Lord Reggie Pelias. Yung sinasamba mo sa sementeryo dati, kasama nila Mike, ayan yung boss, si Demon Lord Reggie. Demon Lord Reggie, alam mo na gagawin para hindi umulan? Ha? Mabuhay tayong lahat. Alright! Ba't naging 7? Magandang gabi. Magandang gabi sa inyo. Isang mainit, mukhang uulan nga. Actually, umulan na yata kanina. Doon nagkakamali. Umambon eh. Diba? Alright! So, ito ang topic natin mga bossing. Diving lures tayo ngayon. Ang mga trip natin pang diving. Diba? Tabi lang natin ng ganyan para mabisa at mabango. Kamusta kayo? Gusto naman marinig ko kayo. Diba? Puro ako yung naririnig ko eh. Kayo naman, kayo ang kamusta? Diba? Kamusta kayo? Umuulan ba dyan? Nakapag-fishing ba kayo? Kung sana nakakapag-fishing kayo, I hope you're practicing catch and release, no? So, diving lures ang topic natin ngayon. Diba? Diving, kulang ng ay. Nakanantokong yan. Yan. Diving lures, ang ating topic. What is up, mga kulisap? Ngayon, pag-uusapan natin pretty much everything about diving lures. No? Sige. Ayan, 12 na. Teka, pwede na mag-fishing dito sa Ilocos basta observe minimum health protocols. Yes, always. Always, always, lagi. Ha? Teka na, may kukunin lang ako. I am back, balakubak. Let's go! Ano? Ikaw ang idol namin, Demon Lord Reki. Basta ikaw. Ba? Okay. So, let's come on. Discuss na tayo, no? Okay. So, like I mentioned last week, ang pag-uusapan natin? For those who are tuning in, welcome to Tackle Talk Weekends Live with me, Mad Bear Angler. Ayun, Boss A, magandang gabi. Nag-like na ako, sabi kasi ni Reggie Pelia. So, pag hindi ka nag-like, rekta impyerno bagsak mo pag di ka sumunod kay Demon Lord Reki. Oo. Si Tana, diba? Yan ang boss, si Demon Lord. Magandang gabi. No? For those who are tuning in, welcome to Tackle Talk Weekends with me, Fishing Villa Pro Staff, Mad Bear Angler. And we are discussing our topic for tonight, today, this afternoon, wherever in the world that you may be. We're gonna discuss diving lures. Alright, so I have pretty much categorized everything as best as I can. Diba? Okay, so let's start. Alright, so on my right, so we have here diving lures, hard body diving lures, and on the left side we have soft body, so soft plastics, no? Guitar pick. Luko-luko. Hindi guitar pick yan, gago. Alright, so what I normally do, sige, let's start with the basics, ano? Let's start with the basics. So, tayo mga nandadalag, or if you're new to fishing, you have probably seen one of these. Diba? This is what you call a jig head. To be specific, it's a jagged hook jig head. Bakit jagged hook? Why is it called a jagged hook? Because of the shape of the hook. Diba? So, wait. Let me get a normal jig head. Guys, dating gawi. If you have questions, please feel free to post it in the chat box. I'll answer you as fast as I can. So, here's your regular size jig head, and here's your jagged hook jig head. See the difference? So, ito yung shank ng hook, no? If you notice, this portion, this jig head over here has a hook keeper. It has a lure keeper. So, para saan to? Para hindi dumudulas yung ano natin. And if you notice, these China-made jig heads also has a lure keeper, pero it's not as effective as the wired ones. Diba? Bente Vlogs, good evening. Alam ko nag-chat ka sa akin, brother. O, kung may katanungan ka, pagkakataon mo na para magtanong. Since you mentioned you're new, so para alam niyo, the reason I'm doing this because for you guys not to spend a bazillion pesos buying lures that, you know, probably you'll never use in your life. So might as well tune in, diba? Moves like jig head. So, like I mentioned, these are jig heads, no? Diba? So, what do you when and where will you use jig heads? Ako, personally, I use jig heads if I have no information whatsoever on the spot where I'm fishing at. So, for example, first time mo dun sa spot na yun, hindi kagad ako maglalabas nito. Nope, I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna use a jig head. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is a 10-gram jig head, and this is a 7-gram jig head. Diba? The jig heads come in grams. So, the heavier the jig head is, diba, the faster it will sink. That's pretty much it. 7 grams, it can be used. Yes, sobrang versatile. One of the most versatile lures that you can buy is a jig head. Not only it's highly effective, it is also very inexpensive. So, kung masakit sa inyong nadodonatan, jig head is the key. Very versatile, like yung sabi ni Tamp. It's, aray ko, nakagat ko yung labi ko, putang ina. It's highly versatile. Bakit? Believe it or not, you can use this pretty much anywhere except for heavy cover. Actually, you can also use this on heavy cover. Iba lang yung gagawin mong hook style. So, jig heads also come in various sizes. So, I have here a jig head, a light jig head that has a underspin. So, for more flash presentation, ano? Diba? I also have here, wait lang. I also have here a Flathead Jig Head. So, para saan ang application ito? If you are if you're fishing targets that are slow moving, tends to fish in the bottom, no? So, what it does is it actually stands up. So, kung lalagyan mo ng lure to, soft plastics, it stands up, di ba? Anong brand po ng lure na puti na parang butete? We'll go through each and every one, man. China po, anong size po yung hook nung China-made na jig head po ninyo? That's a good question. I think this is size 6. I think this is size 6, man. Yeah, I think this is size 6. Usually, whenever you buy jig heads in Shopee, the smaller the weight is, the smaller the hook is. Kasi bakit ka naman So, question is, diba, bakit ka bibili ng jig head na long shank tapos 1 gram? Parang, it's a waste, diba? This is like I mentioned earlier, this is a long shank jig head. This is used for fairly large, when I say large, fairly large swim baits, soft plastics like these. Mga ganito. Ito kalaking soft plastics. Diba? Another thing, ito, Bulkatos. Hindi ito guitar pick. This actually is an extension for a jig head. If you notice, most jig heads have, diba, like this one. If the camera can focus, there we go. This one is a, hi, Fishing Bubuli. Good evening, brother. So, this one has a horizontal, diba? Hook eye. This one has a vertical hook eye. So, if you take a look, diba? Kita nyo? Ngayon, para saan itong parang guitar pick na binanggit ni Bulkatos? Yun, ito. Diba? So, ang gagawin mo rito, shoot mo dito. Yes, it's for added flash. That's pretty much it. Good day, mate! Baliktad. I wish I can do this without hurting myself. Ayun. Okay, tapos i-snap mo lang na ganyan. And you now have a jig head na spinnerbait. Diba? Mabisa. So, ngayon kung We're gonna discuss spinners later. So baklasin ko lang, Jig Heads muna tayo and soft plastics, no? So ayan. So Jig Head with guitar pick. Si Raulo! Luko-luko! Diba? So usually when you buy Jig Heads, you need to buy soft plastic lures. Like itong this one is a diba? It's a double curly tail. Diba? Ito naman is si single curly tail. Diba? Double, single. Diba? Usually, double curly tails, it mimics lobsters, crayfish sa US. If there's someone here that is non-English, someone here who is mainly speaking English, most likely you'll be using double curly tails to mimic crayfish. Diba? Sa atin sa Pilipinas, lobster. Diba? Kahit di naman mukhang lobster. Mga shrimp. Diba? If you're fishing target species who eats shrimp, crustaceans, might wanna use this. Now, ito naman, diba? If I can just remove this muna. Diba? Ito naman yung curly tail. Ako naman, I use curly tail paired with paired with this. Ito, 'di ba? Usually hook up, if you're gonna hook up soft plastics, 'di ba? Line it up first. Tapos markahan mo kung saan lalabas yung shank. So dito banda. So sabit mo lang na ganyan. Tams, ang gaganda ng soft bait. Hindi, para naipon ko lang 'yan. Yan, creature baits. Yan sa foreign countries. Yan. There we go. Line it up and that's it. Diba? Kaya ako ganyan mag-hook up kasi yung buntot, the tail part, kung ito'y baliktad, usually sumasabit sa hook. So I usually fish it like this. Diba? May scented ka dyan. Actually, lahat ng plastics ko, bro, scented. If you can smell it here, it smells like fish and oil. Etong tatlo, they're all scented. Especially this one. This is saltwater scented. Yan. So I fish it like this. So I usually use jig heads and soft plastics. If I'm not familiar with the spot, these are the lures that you're willing to give away. Diba? When I say giveaway, donate. Diba? This pair is like 50 pesos. Yan, 50 pesos lang yan. Actually, baka hindi lang, diba? So usually fish it like this. Whenever you cast lures like these, you just need to wait for them to hit the bottom. Yes, it's gulp. Very good, man. Hinahabol yan ng Rojo Carp Idol. Yeah, actually, what you can do, Alden Jude. Hayop sa pangalan. Alden Jude Lapus G Lapus. Parang redundant pero sige, pangalan mo yan eh. Diba? What you can do, pare, especially if you're targeting Rojo, you might wanna use these instead. Diba? Kasi this one is designed for bottom fishing talaga. Kasi number one, it stands up. Diba? So if you can see it on camera, it stands up eh. Diba? So when it stands up, it mimics, prey na it stands up for defense. For example, if you're using it with these, diba, curly tail, double curly tail, tsaka to. So it looks like, on the fish's mind, it looks like a shrimp. A defensive shrimp. So, teka. Ano nga ba? Putik, nakalimutan ko. Ayun, so sa una. Diba? Iyan. Diba? So ngayon, kung nakatayo, ito nyo yung profile niya. Sa tubig. Diba? It looks like a shrimp. Especially yung kulay, ganito. Ganito yung kulay ng hipon natin eh. Diba? Wala naman tayong hipon na may blue. Social ang hipon sa US eh. Diba? Isa pa, it has a wavy, this one creates like wavy, like a wavy action, diba? So, yan. So, dito sa Pilipinas, here in the Philippines, we use this if we're fishing for jaguar, cichlids, mainly for cichlids, tarpon, fish that has a very soft mouth, soft lips. Alay, pang-alay yan. Para pag na-donate, di masakit. Diba? So, this one is a larger, puta, lagkit ah. This one is a larger paddle tail. Diba? It's, if you notice, most soft baits have ribs. Diba? One main purpose of the ribs is you can use scents. Diba? So, lalagay mo dito parang toothpaste, diba? You're gonna rub it in. And the reason they have ribs is for the scent to retain on the lure, no? And if you notice dito sa lures, soft plastics, this size, usually they have like slits, diba? Especially here, they have slits. These are used with, okay, plus 5 points, kanong tawag dito? This is a different kind of hook. Anong tawag dito? I'm gonna accept 2 answers. Sige nga. Anong tawag dito sa hook na to? Okay. Alright, this is what you call an extra wide gap hook. Extra wide gap is compared sa ibang hook. Like these. Diba? Ito yung gap. Yep, EWG hook. Diba? EWG hook ang tawag ito. Or extra wide gap hook. Kasi ito yung gap niya. Compared to this one. Okay. So, how do you fish with, yes, pan-Texas rig. Texas rig, Carolina. Yan. So, how do you fish with this? So, markahan ko lang yun. Okay. So, second one. So, what you can do is pierce it with, dito sa ilong. Diba? Twist it. Done. There we go. That is it. Diba? Ngayon, what I normally do is I skin hook it. So, paanong skin hook? Diba? You see the barb to make it weedless. Diba? Kita nyo yung barb? To this portion. Yeah. What I normally do is I push the lure. Diba? I push the lure. Diba? Itutusok ko lang yung barb dun sa... nakita nyo wala na yung barb. Diba? It's there somewhere. And it's now weedless. Diba? You can do the same. It's pretty much the same principle sa palaka. Yes, Israel. Pwedeng-pwede sa heavy cover yan. Ito rin yung mga lures na, well, hindi ako willing i-donate pero hindi ganun kasakit. Diba? Now, this alone is heavy. If I'm not mistaken, since we have our handy-dandy digital scale, this alone is heavy. Diba? Tagal mag-setup pa, yun. Diba? This alone is 14 grams. Pwede skipping? Yes, bro. Pwede. Pero, if you're gonna skip, man, I highly recommend you using lures that have flat surfaces. No? Ito pwede, pero it's not gonna skip as much. Might wanna use lures, yung mga tadpole lures, Yan. Might wanna use those, man. So yan, here's how you rig it, diba, using an extra wide gap hook. Tanggalin lang natin. Oh, how should we do this without getting hurt? Yan. Diba? So yan yung paddle tail. Wait lang. Very interesting for you guys to learn the difference of the lures that you're buying. Ito. All right. So we have the paddle tail. I discussed the paddle tail, the curly tail. Bakit paddle tails? Because of the tail. This one creates more vibration, no? Kasi side to side action siya. By the way, this is a Kitech paddle tail. Ito si Fishing Bubuli, he got it right. Yes, it's a Kitech, man. Ito, you got it right. This is a gulp. This one is a ito guys. This is a Kingdom lure. 165 pesos yata ito sa Fishing Vela. Diba? So, ano yung silbi nito? Actually, itong mga ganitong lures, these kinds of lures that have very natural looking profile. These are the lures that you might want to use best with extra wide gap hooks. So it has eyes for a better lure presentation, ano? Diba? Now these, kasi sa US merong, or the other countries, merong jig heads for these. As in malaking jig head. So that's why lures such as these, you can use this for Carolina rig, mga ganun, Texas rig. It doesn't have the presentation. Usually, yung nagbibigay ng presentation yung mga ganitong klaseng jig head. Some jig heads like these, it's either painted and has eyes on it. So for more, alam mo yun, para pag dinikit mo, has a more presentation, ano. Hollow body, no, it's not. Wala siyang yan. Hindi siya hollow body, man. Alright, so ito, not really. 165 pesos sa Fishing Villa, 5 pieces nito. Ito, similar to, like I mentioned, you might want to use this with extra wide gap hooks. Especially guys, if it has ribs like these. Diba? There's a portion here. Hindi siya hollow body, man. Meron lang siyang slit for extra wide gap for EWG hooks. Diba? Now, these two are more often interchanged. Okay. Gilbert Wajong, good evening, bro. Okay. So, these are lures that are seldom used here in the Philippines. Usually, ginagamit to either sa salt, no? Sa mga salt anglers dito, no? You might want to use this. Diba? So, here's a shad, yung mukhang butete. Here's a shad type. Here's a fluke. So, how can you tell the difference between a shad and a fluke? The tail. Single one, it's a shad. Double tail, it's a fluke. Z-Man, yes. Hayop, kabisado. Yes, Z-Man. It's a Z-Man fluke. A Z-Man shad. So, usually yung setup nito, it's designed for bottom. Diba? So, dito mo lalagay yung... Oops. Ah. So oily. Diba? Usually, you use flukes and shads for big fish. Yep, Z-Man streaks. Addict! Alright, man. Ingat, ingat. Dito lang naman kami. Diba? So, you usually use this for, tawag dito, for big fish, baramundi. Diba? Toman minsan gumagamit ako pag may nakita akong gumagamit nito. Diba? This one, fluke. Usually use this for donkey rigs. Donkey rigs yung dalawa. I'm gonna teach you that someday. Diba? Dalawang hooks, bale. Na different lengths. So, pag hinatak mo, ang action niya parang naghahabulang isda. So, ayan. So, these are the soft plastics that I normally use. I also have then. Diba? Guys, if you have questions, just feel free to post it on chat. Ayan. So, how about... Yan. So, yan yung mga soft plastics na meron tayo. Ito, fishing bubuli, I think this will be very effective lalo na sa'yo for Saratoga and Barramundi. This one is very inexpensive yet nakuha ko lang yung yellow pero they have darker colors. Sobrang realistic especially nung scales niya. If you could just take a closer look. Diba? It looks like a yellow shiner. Ganda eh. 165 lang. Inuha ko na. Kailan po maganda gamitin ang jig head pagdalag? Okay, that's a very good question. Ginkgo balagtas, when you can use? Yes, it's a gulp, man. Gulp alive. Kaya ang baho na ng mousepad ko eh. Talaga? Fishing bubuli? Wala pa akong nakitang lures ng Megabass eh. So to answer Ginkgo balagtas' question, kailan po magandang gamitin yung jig head pandalag? You can use jig heads. Oh bro, maasim na oily na di maintindihan. The gulp has a saltwater scent to it. Pag napanis, maasim na. Good luck sa good luck sa mousepad ko. Ayan, you can see these. Yeah, ayan, may asin. Here's another type of jig head. Anyways, let me answer Gilbert's question muna, no? Ginkgo balagtas' question. Pretty much, bro, ako, I use jig heads kung hindi ako familiar sa spot or pag nadala sa top water yung dalag. So, if he had a strike, it's either a reactive strike or a committed strike, tapos na hook off, there's still a chance for you to catch that said snakehead using different lures. I normally use spinners, which we're gonna discuss later, or jig heads. I usually prefer jig heads because of their smaller profile. Diba? This is a 7-gram jig head. Diba? It has a smaller profile compared to this one. Diba? Pansin ko dito sa atin yung dalag natin. No? What I notice here in the Philippines, the snakeheads that we have here, they are the best example of opportunists. No? The smaller, slower, they tend to bite the slower, smaller lures more often compared to the larger, faster counterparts. No? I usually use ito. Ito pa isa. I also use this for tarpon. No? Ito ay galing kay Sir Bicol. If you're tuned in, no, magandang gabi sa'yo. Galing to kay Sir Bicol. I believe this is a 7-gram. Diba? Ito magandang action ito sa tubig kasi it looks like, ito pag when you fish this when you fish this, it forms like a tail here. So para siyang fly lure. Bakit large caps, Brother Jerome? Galit ka ba? Magandang gabi rin sa'yo. Magandang gabi rin sa'yo, no? Large caps talaga, bro, eh. Pwede. Guitar string, you know. Problema lang sa, whenever you try to use weedless, weed guards using guitar strings, they tend to rust more faster compared to stainless steel. By the way, guys, some of the construction stores in the Philippines, they now carry stainless steel stainless steel wires. Yung mga ginagamit sa lures sa eye holes, nagbebenta na sila nun. So you might want to check your local construction supplies, no? All right, so guys, before we proceed to the next topic, any questions, concerns, violent reactions sa soft plastics? Baho, puta. All right, so let's move on to our next category, diba? The lures that have appendages. So we have here this is a spinnerbait. Yeah. Spinnerbait because it has spinners, diba? So there are two types of mainly there are two types of spinning blades. This one is the willow leaf. This one is the Colorado leaf. So the willow leaf, this one, it has more shine to it. It's more of the flash. Medyo kalawang na yung sa akin, pero usually it's designed for more flash. So underwater, this looks like at least 3 fish. Parang tatlong isda siya sa ilalim ng tubig. 1, 2, and 3. Diba? So it looks like a little school of fish. So I normally use spinner baits. This one, believe it or not, as small as this, it's Toman grade. Meaning, pwede to pantoman. Yeah, that's why I love RJF lures, no? Every lure that they have is Toman ready. So, kapal nung hook niya. Very strong hook, very sharp hook. Diba? If you're gonna buy spinner baits, I highly recommend buying spinner baits na may ganito. May harang to, Ayan. Usually, the spinner baits that is available currently in the market, some of them do not have these. Diba? Do not have these. Yung walang harang. So what happens is, so if you're direct tied or if you're using a snap, let me get a snap here. So for those who are tuning in, welcome to Tackle Talk Weekends with me, Fishing Video Pro Staff Madber Angler. Ako kasi use a snap every time, no? Para madali magpalit. Yeah, ayan. So if you're using a snap or if you're on a direct tie, so kung wala nito, this would slide up and down here and up and down here. Diba? So always buy spinners na may ganito. What you can do kung wala naman, if you bought a spinner na walang harang na ganito, what you can do is you can get a either alambre na manipes, diba? Puluputin mo lang na gano'n, tapos use a heat shrink. Ito, heat shrink lang, sapat na kasi mabigat na siya. Diba? Kasi before guys, I've experienced nung latian, it was way back 2018, si Peter Bulanadi, the golden boy kung tawagin namin, he caught a very large toman, and I mean humongous. What happened was, since walang ganito, yung kanyang snap, it slid right over here. As in, this one slid right way here. And then it snapped. Sayang. Diba? So that's why I encourage you guys, whenever you buy spinner baits, either you modify it by placing heat shrink here, diba? Or alambre, diba? Or stainless wire, or kahit ano lang, tawag dito, polyester na tali, yung pang tahe, puluputan nyo lang na ganito, tapos patakan nyo ng shoe glue, yung resin type. Pwede na yun. Diba? JG Fishing, good evening, bro. Now, another beauty of using spinner baits is you can add trailer, ba? Soft plastics for trailer hooks, diba? For trailer lures, no? You can add a trailer hook. May nabibili yun or you can make one. What you can do is get a jigging hook, yung walang mata, diba? And you can custom fit a like a loop na pwede mong isabit dito. Then you have a trailer hook. So what a trailer hook is, it's for more hookup ratio. Usually mga kano gumagamit nun eh. Diba? Yan. So why do you need to add soft plastics for trailer lures for presentation? Diba? Yan. So here are the soft plastics. Pwede kayo mag-DIY ng spinnerbait. Actually bro, let me show you something. If I can find it. Actually, nakita ko na sa kanina eh. Paano nilabas ko na? Actually, you can. You actually can, man. Ko lang ilalabas ko kasi I had one made by akong kailangan si Tirada Pakel. He gave me one and I forgot where I placed it. Here. I think maybe dito ko lang kanina eh. Actually, Israel, you can. Hindi advice sa gumamit ng clip sa war spinners. Yeah, pero ako, I normally use snaps para ang dali magpalit. Usually, spinner baits are used direct tide para yung action niya, when you retrieve it stiff, hindi gumaganong-ganon. I just need to find that goddamn lure. Sayang, pakita ko sana yung ano eh. Pakita ko sana yung gawa ni it's a custom lure made by Tirado Tackle for me. Okay, anong difference ng chatterbait sa spinnerbait and buzzbait? We'll get into that, man. Here is a chatterbait. Diba? If the camera would just zoom in, there we go. Okay. So, medyo kakaiba itong chatterbait na nakuha ko. This is for lutak, by the way. Chatterbaits are designed for vibration. So, ito naman is... Aray ko! Aray! 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 Aray ko! Mother! Father! How do you brush your teeth? Ayun. Diba? So, ang forma niya sa tubig, ito, see the blade over here? So, whenever you try to retrieve it, it pops like that. So, this is, chatterbaits are more vibration. You might want to use chatterbaits if you have murky waters, malabo yung tubig, maputik. I highly recommend using lures that are more on vibe. So, we're gonna tackle more into that. Rattle, more on sound. Hindi, yeah, we have the visual lures, yung mga ma-flash, matitingkad, no? And we have the vibe lures and the sound lures. These chatterbaits are more on the vibe side, diba? Flash not so much kasi it faces here, eh, diba? So if you take a look on the side, it's more on the vibration. So just to answer Mike Gutierrez's question, I need to find the lures first. Ang dami, putang ina. Tinago yun. We only have one buzzbait. I'm gonna answer that, man. Wait lang. There we go. Found it. Dalawa pala buzzbait ko. Alam mo bro, pag sobrang dami kang binibil. God damn it, ayaw masarap. Alright. So, here's a spinnerbait. Diba? No, buzzbait is top water. Actually, top buzzbait is, tawag dito? Subsurface. Meaning it works under the water. Right under the water. Diba? Chatterbait is more on diving. Diba? This is a spinnerbait. So, it's spinnerbait kasi umiikot to. This one spins. Kaya siya spinnerbait. This one is a chatterbait. Darwin, you have no idea, man. This one is a chatterbait because of the blade. Diba? You can actually customize a chatterbait by buying a jig head, a very large jig head. And then these, either you can make these, if you can, the chatterbait blades. And I think may nabibili nito sa Shopee, yung blades lang. Diba? Spinnerbaits, may nabibili ding blades. Diba? And then this is a buzzbait. Diba? So what happens is, itong part na to, this one is, usually it's underwater at this level. Diba? Kaya it's subsurface. Diba? So, buzzbait. This is a buzzbait. Spinnerbait with soft plastic for trailer. And chatterbait. Yun yung difference silang tatlo. Diba? Okay, so, eto guys, pro tip. Pro tip. For me, the second most versatile lure is the spinnerbait. This one. It's highly versatile. Number one, merong mga spinnerbaits or spinner lures, spinnerbaits that have hybrid blades, meaning one of them is either willow blade, the other one is either Colorado. It has best of both worlds. It has vibe and flash. So this one has both on willow blades. Diba? Usually isang ganito, merong isang ganito, may isang ganito. So those are designed for all around use. Ito, pro tip. Alam nyo ba, ang spinnerbait can be used as a buzzbait. Yes. Spinnerbaits can be used as a buzzbait. So, gagawin mo, pagkabato mo, mga hanggang ditong tubig, then you reel it in. So, it's not as effective as a propeller, pero it works. So, another method that you can use when using spinner lures is the Yoyo Retrieve. So, yung Yoyo Retrieve is when you cast the lure. So, you cast the lure, Teka, palit tayo ng... yan. So, when you cast the lure, you let it fall down, no? once it hits the bottom, diba? I-jerk mo lang pataas. So what happens is it will jerk up, tapos retrieve ka konti just to pick up the slack. Tapos baba uli, then jerk it up again. Tapos baba. Jerk it up, tapos pababa. So when you jerk up, you reel in the slack. Then once it hits bottom again, you jerk up. Mabisa, dalag, toman, spinnerbait. Pelagic fishing, nothing much, bro. Eto, live tayo. Diba? So, back. Diba? So, this one is highly versatile. For me, it's the second most versatile lure. No? So, you can customize the blades. Either gusto mo ng vibe or flash. Diba? Highly versatile. 4 na beses na ako na-donate ng ganyan lure. Bakit ka kasi nagdo-donate, Brad? Diba? And these can also be, you can make these actually. Bili ka nung wires sa hardware. Tapos i-mold mo na ganito. And these swivels, you can buy these. Metal beads, you can buy these. Ito, you can use just a jig head, tapos extend mo lang yung Pwede. Sayang, hindi ko makita yung gawa ni Tirado Tackle eh. Ayan. So, next, guys, ito alam niyo na to. This is a metal vibe lure. Sinasama ng malalaking toman yung isa, pati buong mainline pa sinama. Yun lang, masakit. Pag ganun, bro, pag napuputulan ka ng linya, okay, so another pro tip, if hindi hook off, if your line snap in the middle of the fight, check where the line snap. If it's in the leader, you might want to replace your leader, or it just so happen na alam nyo naman pa nandadalag tayo, especially the younger snakeheads, they have razor sharp teeth. Diba? For toman kasi salasalabat yung ngipin nun. Ang dalag. Ang ngipin ng dalag, guys, sobrang parang dentiste eh. Sobrang ganun eh. Diba? Ang toman parang, yung ngipin ng toman parang alam mo yung disaster waiting to happen. Yung makagat ka, feeling mo magkakarabis ka. Ganun yung tsura ng ngipin ng toman eh. Diba? So, if you had a break off because of your line, if you have broken off the line near the leader side or in the leader side, you might want to replace your leader kasi baka marupok na. Or baka when you casted the lure, the leader has damages or nicks, may tama na. So you might want to check your leader. If the break off happened in the connection between the leader and the main line, yung knot na gamit mo is mahina. Diba? If you broke off sa braid, sa main line mo, you might wanna check yung first 3 meters nung line mo, baka may tama. Diba? Alam kong masakit ang madonatan, bro. And I learned that the hard way. Kaya yun yung mga experience ko. So every time I had the break off, I check the lines. Hindi ako basta kas kaagad. I check the leader, I check the knot connection between the leader and the main line, and then I check the first 3 meters nung main line ko kung may tama. It saved me a lot of lures. Trust me, man. Yun. So going back now, this is a metal vibe lure. This is a K-Can vibe. Shout out to TJ Rivera of Just Add Water Fishing. Ito guys, ito multi-species din to. Since it has since it has like a metallic finish, no? It's more of a parang holographic. It can be used for flash, it can be used for vibe. It's mainly used for vibe actually. Kasi when you hook it, if you notice no dito, sa taas may dalawang butas. If you hooked it here sa first part, it's more on the it still vibes pero not as much. If you hooked it here sa taas, or pag dito mo nilagay yung snap, dito sa second one, diba? Medyo nakatilt siyang ganun, mas wild yung vibe niya. So if you want more noise, use the topmost, you tie on the topmost part. If you want less vibe, more, if you want less vibe, period, might want to use this one. Diba? Pro tip. Another thing, you can actually switch the, usually to kasi, problema ko nito, kaya ako ginanyan, kasi sumasabit ito. If you notice, baliktad yung placement ko ng treble hook. Kasi, what always happens is, for me no, ito yung nakaganon, this barb, it latches to this hook, to this hole. So, binaliktad ko siya ngayon. Also, you can place the split ring, instead of here, you can put it here, and then you tie it here, para nakaganon siya. Para nakatagilid. Guys, if you have questions, for those who are tuning in, welcome to Taco Talk Weekends Live, episode 8! My God! I hate drugs. Episode 8, diving lures na tayo. No? So, last week we had everything top water. This week, we're gonna discuss diving lures. No? Everything about diving lures. Diba? So, ito. Like I mentioned, this lure is pretty much multi-species. So you can fish it slow, you can fish it fast. Usually nahuhuli ko dito is more on Brother Carl Jerome said, dyan ako madalas na unhook sa vibe pero dami ko inahon na dalag dyan. Okay, if you keep on unhooking, if you get unhooked quite often, man, you might wanna check the treble hooks already. Baka hindi na matalim, diba? Might need to sharpen your hooks or replace the hooks altogether, man. Another thing, ito pa guys another thing, if you get unhooked, you might wanna check the split rings. Kasi baka mami, unhook ka ng unhook, sumasabit na rito, baka yung huling unhook mo, baka matanggal na to, sayang. Diba? You might wanna check it. Diba? This one is highly effective actually. I've fished with dalag, with snakeheads. I've used this for snakeheads. Pero, I mainly use this for tarpon. Tarpon and bid-bid. Promise. Even the China ones are good. No? Sobrang versatile nito. Usually targets big fish. Nakapagpakagat na ako ng toman dito. Kaso nga lang, laki. Tanggal to. Ito, if you're fishing using this, most hooks with these size, price range ito, 200 pesos yan. Don't quote me on this one, Bulgatos. I think it's 200 pesos. Kay Just Add Water Fishing. Pero you might wanna ask TJ himself, man. So, I believe, tsaka isa pa, mabilis maubos to. Diba? And highly effective to. Alright, any questions, concerns, violent reactions? Oh man, super effective. Alright, now we move on to the hard body lures. No? Ito. I believe everyone is familiar with this. This is a crankbait. Diba? This is a crankbait. One indication that you're using a crankbait is a lip. Diba? So, let me bring out other crankbaits that I have. Sandata Reviews, good evening, bro. Welcome to Taka Talk Weekends. So, we have the crankbait. You have the crankbait. Diba? So, fishing boboli, if you're still here, man, correct me if I'm wrong, the larger the lip, or the longer the lip, diba? The longer the lip, the deeper it dives. Diba? So, the shorter the lip, diba? It dives more shallow. Like itong botete. Diba? Ito is a Shopee. I think less than 100 pesos yata to. I bought 4 para cute. Medyo kinagat na siya ng dalag, hindi lang napuruhan. This one I've used sa Baramundi. Ito, kita niyo yung see that gash? Ito, Baramundi. Oh. Pag ganun yung kagat. And so this is a crankbait. Another versatile lure. There is another type of crankbait that I do not have. It's the square-billed crankbait. Pag sabing, this is the bill. Diba? The longer the bill, sabi ko nga kanina, the longer the bill, the deeper it dives. So this one, I believe, is designed for like 6 feet. Diba? Yung square bill, it has a square type lip. If you're fishing, kunyari makaho yung ilalim, if you're fishing overcasts, tawag ito, may hindi vegetation may structure sa ilalim, you might want to use a square bill versus a crankbait. This one is quite okay. Also, fortunately, ang square bill kasi is designed if you hit a so this one is designed for it rattles kasi. If you can hear that on mic. This one has a very large rattle. So if you tie this either a snap or direct tie, it's more of ganun yung langoy niya. Now the square bill type of I don't have one right now. Yari kanyan sa madamo. Okay. Yes and no, Israel. If you're gonna use this sa madigman, kiss. Pero if you're gonna use this, yung digman mas mababa o hindi abot yung itaas ng tubig, magandang pantawag sa dalag, bro. Kasi it's more of a noise vibe kind of more noise, diba? So parang tinatawag mo sila sa taas ng digman, diba? Lalo na kunyari may kahoy sa ilalim, ay inam to. The square bill is designed kasi kaya siya square. Sipin nyo guys, ito it has a square bill. So it's designed if you hit a structure, it will hit one of the corners of the square and it will just bounce off. Ito is the same, pero it's more of parang gumaganon lang siya. Hindi siya yung nagbabounce na ganon. Unlike its square bill counterparts. Diba? Now this one, so if we're gonna go back to the camera here. So this one, ito, what you call a lipless crankbait. For obvious reasons, it does not have a lip. Diba? It has a slimmer profile. Medyo payatot siya, no? Versus the crankbait. It's more of parang, diba? If the camera would just zoom in, there we go. By the way, this is a Strike Pro. I'm a big fan of Strike Pro. Diba? Ate Hyde, if you're watching, diba? Bigyan naman. Joke lang, ate. Diba? Diba? So, lipless crankbait. This is a Strike Pro Flapjack. Yeah. Alam ni Ferds to. Ferds, kung nandito ka, favorite mo. Diba? So, this is a Strike Pro Flapjack. This one, you can consider it as this one's bigger brother. Kasi this one is designed for vibe and sound. Kasi since it has a more of a bladed shape, no? And this one also has a very... Ayokong patayin yung noise reduction ko kasi madidirin yung fan eh. Pero this one has a very noisy rattle inside, no? And if you notice, it also has 2 eyelets. This one is for more straight retrieve. If you move it a little further, this one is more of the vibe. vibe kind of thing, no? Diba? And it's very, very, ko, very natural looking, no? Diba? Ito, I've used this. I use this either I need to get some dalag's attention, no? If you want to call out snakeheads using vibe, this is the lure that I normally use. I also use this kung may fry ball. Mabisa sa fry ball to, as in. Diba? I've used my other non-branded lipless crankbaits. Ito, let me show you. So here are my non-branded lipless crankbaits. Ito yung mga ginugulpi ko. So, itong tatlong to, nakahuli na ng dalag. Yung strike pro, hindi ko ginagamit. Ayan. So, ayan. Ito yung, usually, I bring out the lipless crankbait kung ayaw sa vibe. Ayaw sa cake and vibe. Ito yung nilalabas ko. Let me just keep it here. Fishing Bubuli, iba ang, wow, social, iba ang name ng vibe ng strike pro dito. Hammer yan dito. Talaga? Dito, they have packaged it as Flapjack. Merong maliit na version ng Flapjack. Tawag namin, it's still Flapjack, pero tawag namin Flapito. Ang pinaka-addict gumamit ng Flapjack dito si Sir Don. Sir Don, if you're watching, no? Nakahuli siya ng hito gamit yung si Flapito, yung maliit. May maliit na version nun eh. Yeah, I think I have it here. Ayoko nang hanapin, ayoko na kipaghintayin. Dami ko hanapin eh. Alright, so here's the lipless crankbait, 'di ba? Here's the lipless crankbait, here's the crankbait, and ito ang isa pang underrated na lure dito sa Pilipinas. This is a suspending minnow. Yan. Technically minnow, you can call it a jerkbait. Suspending kasi if sa US kasi or the other countries, this is designed suspending if you're using like 10 to 12 pounds of mono. Diba? When I say suspending, as in nakaganon lang siya. Diba? So, suspending is because pag it's shallow diving, I think this one dives only for 3 feet. Kasi kasi maliit yung bill niya. Kaya siya suspending kasi supposedly, if you cast this and then you let it sink, it suspends. Literally. Kasi nakahinto lang siya. So, minnow or jerkbait, you can use minnows for slow retrieve. I usually use this for jerkbaits. Good PM mo, tol. Magandang gabi. Mukhang kakagising mo lang, ano? Ayan. So, by the way, this is a Strike Pro SP90. No? Ito, kaya naging ganyan yung damage. I'm gonna let you see later on. Nakagata na ako ng toman gamit to. Kala ko mababali. So, kaya siya suspending minnow is when you cast this, let it, retrieve it a little bit. It will literally stop on a dime. So, ang ganda nito, if you want like a rapala action for the less of for less price, you might wanna take a look at Strike Pro minnows, no? Diba? So, hindi siya kasing versatile ng crankbait, pero if you want more action-oriented lure, might wanna check this one. Or let me correct myself. If you want a more realistic, thank you, Utol. Thank you. Neutrally buoyant. If you want a more realistic action ng pang-isda talaga, minnows. Diba? So, pagcast mo, you reel it in quite a bit, it will stay in its place. Tapos, what I normally do is I jerk, pause, but jerk, and then I let it stop. And then I jerk again, then I let it stop. Diba? Yun ang, usually, pag nagja-jerk, pause ka, oras na huminto ka, doon ka kakagatan. Let me bring out my smaller minnows. If I can find it. Nope, I can't find my smaller minnows. Okay. Excellent for tarpon fishing. Minnows, yeah. Ako, dalag. Ayan, ibang tawag sa ibang tawag ng kano. Twitch pause, di ba? Sabi ng maraming chartreuse ang maganda pero may experience anything metallic blue or green makagat. Second place, red or orange. Ako, tol, white. White, silver, shiny. Ayan. Jerk, pause. Jerk, stop. Twitch, pause. Diba? Yan ang mga tawag ng mga adik. I found it! So, going back. Ayan. So, here are my eto yung if I can get it without hurting myself. Okay. Eto yung ginamit kong panghuli ng dalag sa ay, hindi ito. It's not this one. Ay, ayun. I think it's this one. Walang tama eh. I can't remember. Ayan, lagay ko na lang dyan kasi baka masaktan ako. 20. Luko-luko. Makakita yan ng misis ko. Buisit. Ayan. So, ito yung ginagamit ko. Pandalag. Mga ganitong sizes, no? Ito. Ito. Positive. May tama eh. May maliit na tama. So, ayan. Ito yung mga gamit ko. Mura lang to. Uy, luko-lukon to. Pagbibintangan pa ako. Baka di ako makabilin. Buisit ka. Ayan. Here naman is jig. Kung may jig kayo sa salt, may jig din sa fresh. Ito rin yun. Ito, maganda to, pantarpon. Yung utol ko, si pediatrician, yung bunso namin, nakahuli ng hito gamit to. Hindi na ilan, pero hito, nevertheless. It's a strike. Ayan, buwisit ka, bulkatos, tinitignan ako ng misis ko rito. Hayop. Pag yun nag-chat dito, susumbong kita. Naalala mo, Utol, pengen ko sa square bill huli. Oo. Yep. Yung ever nun? Good catch, yung orange. Yeah. So, ito yung ginamit ko sa dalag. I normally use these kinds of colors, no? Matingkad, shiny. Kaya pananguli ako ng dalag. Naipon naman. Pero huwag ka na maingay, marinig ako ng misis ko, puwisit ka. Ayan. Di ba sabi ko kanina yung mga Chinese lures na vibe? Ito. Harry ko! Doon! Ah! Putik na yan! Teka. Alang-alang sa ekonomiya. Ayan, ito guys, mabisa to yung double-bladed na pinanghuli ni Utol to, ayan, si Ratamon. Pinanghuli niya ng tarpon nun sa isang, Rico, putang ama. May bago regalo sa akin si Hipag mo, Utol, Vibe Lures. Galing sa akin, buisit. So, ayan. To, guys. Sobrang bisa nito. Yeah, even though it's Chinese, since ang uhuliin nyo naman is, soft lip na target, pwedeng pandalag, pero alalay ka sa brakes, sa drag. Sa drag, rather. Kasi, may hina hooks ito eh. Man, China, di ba? Guys, if you have questions, especially mga bago dito, please, let me know in the chat section. Pwede ba yan sa gabi? Yes. Which one ito? Yes, man. Totoo. Pwede. Kasi, it creates vibe. Yung shiny, hindi siya gumagana gabi. Diba? So, aasa ngayon yung isda sa more on sound and vibe. Yung friend, nandito si, ayan, sabi ni Bulkato, so naman, Israel. Totoo yan. Parang gusto ko mag-repaint ng ganyan. Lagyan ko color changing pearl. Pwede. Ano yung parang chameleon? Candy color? Ganun. Pwede, mare. Si Edison Pataksil ko nandito yung Fishing with Edison. Ito ang paborito niya pag nasa Wawa siya. Ilog Wawa. Sa Wawa yun. Ayun, bro. It's very inexpensive. It's very cheap, man. Shopee meron nito. You might want to replace the hooks kasi hindi matibay. Pero if you're fishing light naman, light tackle, mabisa yan, bro. Ayan. Ito yung discussion natin kanina. This one is a jig. This one is a jig. Diba? Ito ginagamit literally like a jig. So you let it sit, diba? Once you cast this, let it sink to the bottom, then you jerk it every once in a while. Parang jig. Kung paano mag-jig sa salt, parang ganito. Diba? Ito maganda to sa tarpon, as in. Alright, now. Okay, so since you've seen, these are some of the diving lures that I have. I don't have every type of lure kasi hindi man ako, buti ko sabihin, hindi ako palabili. Baka murahin ako ni Bulkatos eh. Hindi ako, well, technically hindi ako palabili ng lahat ng lures available. Pero more on lures na I think nagagana sa fishing style ko. So, to set aside everything, so parang in the spirit of last week, so iseset ko yung mga highly recommended lures ko. Highly effective ones. Let's set this highly recommended muna. I highly recommend you guys getting soft plastics and jig heads. As in, tabi ko muna to. Tabi ko muna yan. Tabi ko muna to. Ayan, okay. So, ito. If you're new, I highly recommend you. Buwang sasabog ako sa add to cart mamaya. Kalma, brother! Paalala lang po sa lahat ng viewers ko, no? Pag meron kayong bibili dyan, pag meron kayong bibili, labas ako dyan. Diskarte nyo yan. Baka sisihin ako ng misis nyo. Tapos magsisinungaling kayo. Wag ganon, ha. Alis nyo ako dyan. Okay, so, next thing, eto, spinnerbaits. Spinnerbaits na Colorado blade. Yan. Eto guys, question din dito, no? For me, ang mababisang kulay ng curly tail, it's either white, dark green. Wala pa ako asawa, 22 pa lang ako, pero 22 ang asawa mo. That's hot! Okay, so, yung mabibisang kulay nito, for me, it's either white, neon green, dark green, and black. Yung pag malinaw yung tubig at maaraw, I bring out yung neon green. Pero pag yung tubig medyo malabo, I bring out the dark black, abnormal. Si pediatrician nakahuli bait and wait style sa curly worm. Talaga? Ayan, so going back, no, I highly recommend you buying either white, dark green, black, and neon green. Etong white, nilalabas ko to pag malinaw yung tubig, tapos maaraw. Yung ganito yung parang pearly white. Yan, ganito. Yung black and dark green, nilalabas ko siya pag maaraw and then malabo yung tubig. Para makita nung isda yung silhouette nung lure. Diba? Pag malinaw, maaraw, o kaya malabo at maaraw, makulimlim, tapos malabo yung tubig. Ito, white, mainam din. Yan. So, kung may bibilin kayo, ito. Sige. To, guys, itong suggestion ko, puta ragis. Bulkatos, basta nag-live ka Lod, saka open na Shopee at Lazada ko. Bahala ka dyan, kuya. Yan. Ito. Yan. Okay. Guys, if you're starting snakehead fishing, no? Here's the best, well, for me it is best lures that you might want to buy first, no? Starting with these, diba? Ito, alis muna natin yan. Chopera na muna natin. Lahat yan. Tabi na muna natin. Okay. If you're starting snakehead fishing, no, I highly recommend you buying jig heads muna. Buying jig heads, wala siyang action. Diba? Usually slow retrieve lang siya. The action really depends on the lures that you're using. Diba? Meron tayong, diba sabi ko may paddle tail, tapos meron tayong double curly tail, meron tayong paddle tail, tapos meron tayong single curly tail. I highly recommend you buying curly tails that are either black, white, neon green, or dark green. Pag nagsisimula ka pa lang good thing kasi sa jig heads, not only it is inexpensive, maraming may supply nito. Hindi ka mauubusan nito sa Shopee, Lazada. Yun. And also, pag na-donate, hindi ganun kasakit sa dibdib. Diba? And at the same time, it also teaches you, diba, how to react fast. Kasi usually, pag kinagat to, that's it. Diba? Your hook set, itong lure na to, it's highly dependent on hook set kasi it only has one hook. So, medyo mababa yung hook-up ratio mo. Pero, I can assure you guys, once na na-strike ang kanito, that is pretty much it. Pabilisang mag-respond. So, pagka-strike sa'yo, whenever you get a hit, hook setin mo na. Bro, mura lang to. Grabe ka. Ito, malamang wala pang 20 to. Promise. Diba? Okay. The next thing you might wanna buy, if you're upgrading your gear, ito. Ito yung next. Diba? Tama si Ratalos tuloy ang putik. Tama si Ratalon Color, no? Kaya yun yung reason kung bakit I use Jig Heads if I'm not sure o hindi ako familiar dun sa spot. So just in case sumabit, okay, alam ko nang may alay ka, kumbaga. Yun lang. Ang tactics dyan, Ginkgo ask, trenry ko Jig Head sa duckweed na linis yung spot. Okay. What you need to do, man, is you need to let the Jig Head sink. Tapos saka ka mag-retrieve. Kasi if you've watched one of my videos na, kasama ko si Alpha 1, duckweed, sobra yung pinag-fishingan namin. Oh, MH tayo bro. Hunter tayo for life. Kung may Monster Hunter World kayo, laro tayo. Yan. Diba? So, ay ko, putik sumabit. Mabit ako. Packing seat. Eka nga. Alright, so, ayan, next you need to buy is ito. Guys, trust me, very underrated ang spinnerbait. If you can get inline spinners, mas mabisa. Yan. If you can get inline spinners, yun, mabisa sa dalag yun. I don't have it. I don't have one kasi I haven't seen a need of using one. MH Rice, switch yun eh. Pero magkaka-PC na yun, magkikita rin tayo. Sana lang may cross-platform. Diba? So yun, one thing na wala ako is yung inline spinners like I mentioned. Instead of buying this, you might wanna buy inline spinners. Sobrang underrated nun dito sa Pilipinas pero it's highly effective sa dalag. Kaso again, caveat nun, meaning at the same time, you have to remember na ang inline spinner has a treble hook. So kung may treble hook, more barbs, more chances of donation, di ba? Next thing that you might want to buy if you want to upgrade your gear is si Lipless Crankbait. Sobrang underrated din ito. Ako, muntik na ako dun. Ako basta may dalag fry. Itong dalawa, ilalabas ko to. Matic. Either one or the other. Yan. Itong dalawan to. Basta, pag nakita ako may dalag fry, ito. Ako, pag toman fry, walang tap water, ito kagad. Diba? Tapos, yan. Itong apat na to. If you're starting naked fishing and hindi mo alam yung lure sa bibilin mo, ito yung top 4 na highly recommended ko. Diba? First, second, third, and fourth. Itong apat. Yan. Sa Laguna Lake, ano masasuggest mo, uncle, na lures? Brother, magandang tanong yan. Kasi nakapag-fishing na ako dyan. Eto, brother, ang solusyon. Chatterbait. Chatterbait, buzzbait, hammerhead na jump frog. Ito, chatterbait sa ilalim. Mas gusto ko siya kasi parang itong blade na to, it acts as a weed guard. Kasi alam ko, sobrang digman sa inyo eh. Lalo na ngayon, tag-ulan. Diba? So ito, lalo na pag yung digman mataas, ito. Pero ang bibilin mong chatterbait, brother Israel, yung hindi yung ganito na na free yung hook. May nabibiling chatterbait na ito, parang spinnerbait pero naka-blade. Chatterbait blade. Yung konektado yung hook sa mismong head. Mabisa yun. Wag itong free kasi sasabit to eh. Diba? Spinnerbaits okay din. pero masabit sa digman. Wag kang bibili ng crankbait pare, tsaka ng vibe, X. So usually you might wanna go popper. Base experience ko sa Laguna Lake. Popper, jump frogs, so you got popper, jump frogs. Popper gamitin mo pag walang hangin. Kung mahangin, don't even think about it. Popper, jump frogs, buzzbaits. Sa jump frog pare yung hammerhead. Di ba? Hammerhead yung ganito. Yung ganito yung ulo. Yung may uwang. Yan. Mabisa to. Kasi mabagal yung hampas niya di ba? Yan. Ay ba? Ngayon, okay. So, sige utol, balik ka lang. Yan. Kung ano naman, yung top na lures na, nakaka-DIY niyan. No problem man. Actually, may isang DIY na room akong nasalian. Puro foreigner naman. Putsang gaganda ng mga Ang gaganda ng mga lures sa gawa nila. Minsan mas maganda pa sa Okay, so ano naman tayo yung mabibisang lures for me? Di ba? When I say mabisa, yung pinakamarami ko nang nahuli. Top, first on the list is Jig Head and curly tail. Kundi curly tail, paddle tail. Diba? Alin sa dalawa. Pero ito, tsaka to, soft plastic. Mabisang mabisa yan. Malalim, mababaw, doesn't matter. I think everyone would agree with me. Jig Head, soft plastic, sobrang bisa. Ito yung top na nakahuli ko. Dalag, jaguar, tarpon. Ano po effective sa fast-flowing river? Anything that sinks. Kung fast water, bubulan na ako. Fast-flowing river pare, top water is not really your priority. It's more of sinking. So you might want to go with flash, sound, and vibe. Diba? So more on the crankbaits. Yan, yung mga ganun ng next na pinakamarami kong nahuli, eto. Kaya nire-recommend ko siya. Usually, actually 90% ng huli kong dalag on a lipless crankbait may fry ball. Yung pagkabato, I let it sink. Tapos bigla akong i-jerk. Pagka-jerk ko, kagat. Kadalasang ganun. Mga 3 to 5 na ganun. The fastest was yung unang bagsak, kagat kagad. Pero usually 3 to 5, may strike na kagad ako. So basta kaya ito lagi. Next, ito. Ito. Spinnerbait. Again, kadalasan nilalabas ko to pag may tawag ito, pag merong fry ball. No? Ito. Sa vibe naman, kadalasan ng huli ko hindi dalag. More on tarpon and bidbid. Hito, sa Bulawan, nakapagpakagat na ako, hindi ko lang naland. Maano na yung tawag dito? Maano na yung hook. Hindi na ganun katalim. Tabi ko nga muna to. Ayan. So, first, second, yan, ito. Ito, hindi pa ako nakakapag-chatterbait kasi bago pa lang yan. Buzzbait. Nakapakagat na ako niyan, sabi ni Ratamon Caller. Ang gamit ko noon yung square bill niya na orange. Good catch yata yun. Good catch, good fish. I forgot the brand. Ayan. Sobrang bisa niyan. Tapos ito, tarpon. Some beses lang. Ayan. Mabisa din to. And then everything else. Minnows. Nakahuli na ako sa minnow. Twice, parehong dalag. Yan. Yan po. Alam mo, Sandata, for a fishing channel like me na hindi nakakapag-fishing, it's pretty much pointless, man. That's why I made the live sessions para, alam mo yun, pwede din ba jointed swim bait? Actually, brother, nakapagpakagat na ako ng dalag way before Mad Bear Angler. Gamit jointed swim bait. It's a swim bait that I bought sa Marikina. Yeah. Pero, pansin ko, brother, ang jointed swim bait, it only works sa isang spot na hindi, alam mo yun, na lure virgins yung mga dalag. Otherwise, hindi masyadong pansinin. Pero yeah, I've got one time dalag gamit jointed swim bait. Actually, yeah, hiwalay naman, fishing bubuli. Hiwalay naman sila. Nilabas ko lang. So, ayan. Alright, so, habang nagliligpit ako dito, any questions, concerns, violent reactions? Ginkgo biloba, puta. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Ginkgo balagtas. I am so sorry, bro. Ginkgo balagtas. Recommended ba pencil lure bilhin? Bala ko sana ganda yung action eh. Okay. The problem with pencil lures, it's highly dependent sa tubig. At the same time, sa galing mo mag-twitch. At the same time, sa action ng lure. So, ayun. Do I recommend it? Not as much as dun sa binigay kong lures na nauna. Yan. So, habang nagliligpit ako dito, any questions, guys? Questions, concerns? Guys, you know what? Habang nandito kayo, diba? Ako mangmamalimos. Mangmamalimos ako ng like. Like lang. Diba? Wow. If we can make that 16 likes, at least 20 likes, I'll be more happy, man. Yun lang hinihiling ko sa inyo. Yeah. Bulkatos is right, man. Kung magaling ka mag-twitch, if you can really mimic, ang ano kasi, pencil lure is, ang action ng pencil lure, you have to make it as if parang, parang namamatay na isda on a top water level. Ganun kasi siya, 'di ba? Kaya medyo kung hindi ko familiar gamitan ng pencil lure, hindi. Nakatago yung hoverjet, bro, kasi diving lures tayo ngayon eh. Ano yung useless na bilhin? Okay, that's a very good question, Israel. For me, there is no such thing as a useless lure. Only lures that each lure kasi has a different different application eh, 'di ba? Kaya I don't think there's a lure that is useless. Yung lure na mukhang mura, wag kang bibili nun. Ayan. So, ayun. What he said. Liligpit lang ako. Sige guys, if you have questions, sige, let me know. Liligpit lang ako dito. Maganda, Lods Ginkgo, kung hindi ka gipit sa budget para ma-practice yung action. Yeah. Paano nga ba ligpitin tong hayop na to? I forgot! Okay. Sige. Ito ka. And ikaw, sige, dyan ka na. Yan. Floating or sinking pencil? Okay. Guys, meron bang sinking na pencil? 'Di ba lahat ng pencil, 'di ba lahat ng pencil floating? Correct me if I'm wrong, man, Pero alam ko, when you say pencil, it's a top water lure. The sinking one is the minnow. You guys wanna see my smallest I think to? I think utol to. I'm not sure. Utol sa'yo yata to. The smallest buzzbait the smallest crankbait that I have. Utol sa'yo to, di ba? Compared to this, crankbait. Uy, ayos ah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Utol. Diba? This is now, thank you so much, Alpha One. This is now my smallest crankbait. Oo, bro. Oo, Tamps. Oo. Oo. At nakakatakot yung experience na yun. Let me share you a story, man. One time nagtotoman ako. Ito. Say, let me just... When I bought this in pairs. Ito yung isa, the other one has a blue skirt. Kinagatan ako ng toman. Isipin nyo lang, Daiwa Tatula, the 100 HSL has a 5 kilo drag. Walang kwenta yung drag. As in, tinakbo niya yung tubig. Tinakbo niya yung lure. Walang kwenta yung drag. Tapos, pag angat ko, wala na to. Itong portion na to, this one, wala na. He broke it off. May kumagat na ba sa'yo na ahas? Wala pa. Pero meron ng akong hinawakang buntot ng ahas on wild. I'm not sure if I have it on video. As in, mamaw talaga, bro. That was the first time na I can tell that toman is, yung toman na yun, I think it's 8 kilos pataas. Para bastarduhin niya yung tatula ko na ganun. That was scary. Kaya ba na medium setup ang toman? Ratamon color, pakisagot. Habang nagliligpit ako. That's a very good question. Carl Jerome, kaya ba na medium setup ang toman? Bro, yan, si Ratamon color. If I'm not mistaken, nakahula na ng toman niya ng ultralight. Hindi ko alam kung pinsan ko siya, pero pinsan na tawag sa kanya. If Insan Loy Nicolas, Ate Ayn, if you're here, Insan Loy Nicolas, isa sa, if not, the unofficial record holder dito ng Pilipinas, 9.2 kilos ang toma ng UL. Sa ano yun? Sa Tarlac, sa TRP, Tarlac Recreational Park. May toman dun eh. Nakahuli siya doon, 9.9 plus kilos na dalag, na toman on UL. Open water, pero then again, hanap ka ng open water na kaya mong humuli ng toman ng UL. Yep, UL. Spinning. He has a picture of that. Nasa Facebook niya. So, tanong lang kayo guys, habang nagliligpit ako. Putang inang dami ko nililigpitin. UL9G, ilang oras laban? Kalahat, 45 minutes daw. More than, sabi ni Insan. Yan lang kayo. By the way, guys, if you want cheap, and I mean really cheap, tackle boxes. Ito ang tackle box ko. Kung hindi kayo familiar dito, ito yung tackle box. Actually, hindi siya tackle box. It's an organizer box that you can find in Japan Home Center. 88 pesos. It's not waterproof, pero, diba? This is it. This is it, pansit. Gets the job done. MB, have you tried catching a dalag using metal vibe na nakala mo sabit? Oh. Yep. Actually, sinubukan ko yung metal vibe, yung Kika na sa Toman. Ang tanga-tanga ko noon, lock drag. Tanggal. Tanggal yung hook. Bro, Ginko, gusto mong nakakangawit? You might wanna look up si Herlix Kauli siya yung head ng Ultralight Anglers Philippines. Siya naman yung record holder dito ng heaviest na isda on UL. Kaya idol ko yun. Saka for me, he's the god of ultralight fishing dito sa Pilipinas. Ano lang naman, ito 0.5 pounds na braid. I'm not sure where he bought it, pero it's 0.5 pounds na braid. Ang huli niya, 19.2 kilos. Hindi pounds kilos. Na Barramundi. Aling Nene. He has a picture of that. Sipin nyo 0.5 pounds na braid. Gamit niya, curly tail tsaka jig head. Tapos 19.2 kilos na Barramundi. He fought it for more than an hour. That's crazy, man. Teka, saan ba? Ano ba ako? Mas okay pa yung ganyan lalagyan. Oh, right. Ito guys, I really advise against buying take it from me take it from me. I might sound ironic, pero I highly not recommend you buying highly expensive lures. Barramundi and Apahap is the same, man. Barramundi is actually ang English name ng Apahap is Asian Sea Bass. Diba? Barramundi is the Australian term for Apahap. Yan. Fishing Bubuli would agree with me kasi nasa Australia. Yep, Asian Sea Bass. Yung spotted sea bass, yun yung hinuhuli ni Badfish sa Europe. Sa Taiwan, marami din nun. Alam ko meron din tayo dito nun sea bass. Pero yung Asian sea bass, that's Barramundi. Yeah. Pa. Ano bro, ang sea bass, ang Apahap, yung maliliit, kasi nakahuli na ako niyan eh. Yung maliliit, sobrang acrobatic, as in. Actually, bro, Tamps, naubos na kasi. I used to sell caps and, brag mats. Naubos na kasi. Probably after the pandemic, I'm gonna restock on caps. Probably a lot more colors. Probably more colors rather. Then probably jersey. Diba? Courtesy of Angler Armor. Guys, if you plan to buy jerseys, by the way, Angler Armor is the way to go. Yung long sleeves na scale and design, hindi ko matandaan ko anong video yun gusto mo. Anong scale and design, bro? Customize MB Lures. Actually, okay. Ilan tayo dito? 14. Can you guys keep a secret? I'm planning on that. Yep, it's in the works. It's in the works, brother. Brother Card Jerome, it's in the works. You can quote me on that. It's in the works na. Pero malamang I'm gonna sell it after the pandemic. Hello, sipin niyo guys, oh. This is my light tackle box. So everything that I have that can be casted on light, on my light setup, ito. Ito pa isa guys, if gusto niyo ng alternative na mas maraming kayang ilaman, sa Shopee din meron nito. Kasi, let me just change the view. Maganda kasi dito, meron siyang dito sa taas, as you can see, meron siya dito sa baba. I think it's also 88 pesos or somewhere sub 100 pesos sa Shopee. It's crazy good, man. Ako pa nagtotomans, ang ganito lang dala ko. That's it. So, ligpit-ligpit muna tayo. Okay. Live news and updates. Remember I asked, I told you guys na umorder ako sa RJF sa umorder ako sa RJF sa Indonesia. Ayun, welcome back, Utol. Yep. Like I mentioned, diba? I ordered some lures sa RJF sa Indonesia. I just had them like yesterday. Let me show you yung nila. One thing that I have comments sa RJF lures sa mga jump frogs nila, wala silang weed guard. And then, I saw this on their website. I ordered 3. So, teka, ligpit ko lang to. Ayan. I think ito yung mga bago ni... Hindi utol. Hindi bait and weight. It's lure. Anyways, ito yung ito yung wobble frog ni RJF. I think new generation to kasi merong syempre camera magzo-zoom ka. Yan, merong weed guard. So ito yung short nila. Ito yung long version. So obviously, ito yung pandadalag ko. Ito yung pantotoman ko. Tapos may rattle sa loob. It has a rattle inside, built in. I'm not sure how they made it kasi it's made of wood. Pero, yeah, ito na. I also have ito. Mini poppers. Utol, check this out. This is a popper. Ang liit ang puta. Medyo kaya ko siya binili. It's a different kind of popper kasi hindi siya cup mouth. Well, cup mouth siya pero mas more on sa ilalim. Para yung Yan. Guys, if you're talking about natural science, Ratamon Color is the man. Nag-deep dive lure, nag-try ako dati kaso nahirapan ako i-retrieve o maliit retrieve ko. It really depends sa lure na gamit mo. Anong lure na gamit mo, Tams? So guys, this is the smallest popper that I have ever, smallest double hooked popper that I have seen sa Shopee. Guys, eto 35 pesos ang isa. Ayan 35 pesos. Dumating lang nung isang araw. Ano, 'di ba? Cute eh. So yan na. Hopefully, when this shit rolls over, no? Sana makapag-fishing na uli ako. Sama ko yan malamang si Ratamon Caller. Sama ko na yan. But hopefully, I can fish a bit. Oo. Yun ang habol ko eh. Tarpon or bidbid. Ongpin. As in, Ongpin, Chinese, Ching Chong Ongpin. So, kudos sa'yo, fishing bubuli, kasi sobrang kabisado mo yung Z-Man. Ano pala to, bro? Hindi to Z-Man. It's saltwater assassin. Sana makapagkape tayo, uncle. Oh, bro. Pag natapos to, man. Actually, Israel, gusto kong bumalik ng Laguna. Ng Laguna Lake. Gusto kong bumalik ng Batangas. Yung Laguna Lake, hindi pala Laguna Lake. Gusto kong bumalik ng Taal Lake. Kasi for me, it's the best fishing spot in the Philippines. Linis, linaw ng tubig, loko-loko. Hinahanap ko yung ayun. Sino yung nag-comment kanina? Ito yung gulp. And it stinks. Ayun, sure catch pala. Sure catch yung square bill na nagamit ko nun. Oy, wala na ba? Okay, mukhang wala na. Okay. Meron pa pala. Paano kita tatabi to? Wait, diyan nga muna. Tanggal presyo para di ma-audit. Shhh. Wag na lang kayo maingay. Diba? Kamusta? So, yan. Nagliligpit lang ako, guys. Any questions, concerns, violent reactions? Actually, now's a good time para magligpit. Kasi, yun, ligpit. So, ito yung box ko for all of my soft plastics. So, maingat lang kasi para, alam mo yun, hindi tayo magkasakitan. Ayan. There we go. Ano balita? Kamusta? May mga tag price pa yan, Uncle. Ito probably I'm gonna give these away. Ito. I'm gonna give these away. Kasi more ang pandagat to eh. Ito. That's a very good question, Carl Jerome. I saw that. Ilang pounds ang line ng normally gamit mo pantoman? Before was 50. Ngayon 30 na lang. Question, nakakita ako ng gumagamit ng top water sa nilalagyan ng weights. Saan mo makaklasify yun? Okay. Usually ginagamit yon is ito pa. Pro tip. May mga nakita akong kano na gumagamit ng EWG hook. As in, Texas rig or Carolina rig. Pero ang lure na gamit nila ay frog. So, ang minimimic nila is the diving frog. So yeah, you can do that. Sobrang lawak ng fishing, bukong. And we're just discussing lures. And we're just discussing, we're still on freshwater. Probably, wala pa ako kasing XP sa salt eh. Una, taga Manila ako. Pangalawa, wala akong sasakyan. Saka iba ang amor sa akin ng, ng freshwater. I know, marami dito nagsosalt. Pero, for me, parang mas gusto kong maging master of... I want to master... Actually, I don't think I can. Pero mas gusto kong i-XP yung fresh. Kasi salt is a whole different animal. Bigay sa akin nung friend ko. Ayokong ipamigay ito eh. Kasi, Sir MB, ano po yung on-the-go lure nyo? Okay. Let me show you. On-the-go lure ko is hollow body lure. Hollow body lure. Hollow body frog rather. An EWG hook and some soft plastic frogs. Buzzbait. At saka spinnerbait. One day we're gonna actually I plan to interview my fellow YouTuber na nagsosot. I'm not gonna mention. Actually dapat ng off-the-hook sessions siya yung guest ko eh. Kaso medyo busy. Another reason kung bakit ayoko mag-salt is yung gamit. Yung favorite lure, Sir MB. Teka. Meron ka. Hahanapin ko lang. Ayun. Favorite lure, bro? Eto. Hands down. No questions asked. Oy, Volcatos. May nakahuli ng dalag sa Manila Bay. Roldski Adventures. You can find that. Meron. As in, sizable na dalag. 20-incher yata if I'm not mistaken. As in, sa jetty ng Manila Bay. To answer your question, Daniel Ventura, here's my favorite lure. RJF Mini Slash Bait. Sobrang bisa. Meron daw fish sa loob ng caves, usually bulag. Another thing, Daniel Ventura, here's my new favorite lure. It's a, scum frog, bass rat. Fishing Villa, meron nito. As in, sobrang enjoy kong humuli. You can ask Ratamon yung... May isang video na kasama ko si Ratamon, si Ratamon Color nakabangka kami. Ito yung pinanghuli ko lang. Usually, totoo bulkatos, tsaka wukong. Usually, mga isda sa cave, kadalasan bulag. Kundi bulag yun, may bioluminescent thingy. Tsaka ano sila, transparent or translucent. Because they don't need light. It's a cave for crying out loud. Ligpit, ligpit. Ngayon lang boys ha. Ligpitin ko lang to saglit. Okay, Sandata Reviews. Ano po yung ginagawa mo, Kuya MB, para doon sa connection niya? Parang iba. What do you mean connection, man? You need a strong leader sa Palos. May mga spots sa Northern Luzon. Meron. To be specific, Cagayan Valley. Yung Cagayan River doon. Pusa, mga Palos doon, demonyo. Yung may tali. Which one, man? Ang dami ko nilabas na lure, bro. Which one? Volcatos, Lods, Rataman Kaya, True Lods, marami papalos dito sa amin. Nung isang araw may nakapag 14 inches. Wow, laki nun. Girth, bro. Yung taba, 14 inches. Dun sa frog lure kanina, yung ano, yung mini, yung slash bait. Ano yun, bro? Weed guard. May weed guard siyang kinabit. Teka, labas ko. Ito, bro. Yeah, ito, weed guard yan. Wala, yun yung bad trip ako sa RJF eh. They're a very good brand. Kaso nga alam, most of their frogs, most of their lures do not have weed guard. So, gumawa ako ng tawag ito, nylon weed guard. Ito yung nylon na nabibili sa hardware. If you can get to your hardware store, yung tatak C-Night. Tamps, yung mga Indonesian tackles parang quality din. You have no idea, Tamps. You have no idea. Indonesian lures are highly underrated. I'm a big fan. Ito, ayan, RJF is Indonesia. Ito din. Most of my lures nowadays are yung ginagamit ko pang dalag. Most of them are Indonesian lures. To. Quality yan, bro. As in, sobra. Even the DIY ones, ibang level. Yeah. So ito, most of them, these are RJF lures, man. Indonesian brands. That's actually just para lang sundutan ko yung sinabi ni Tams. Pansin ko lang if there are Americans here watching right now, most of the American brands are targeting bass. More on bass sila. If you want decent lures for snakeheads, for dalag, especially toman, go either Indonesian or Thailand. Sa Thailand, gusto ko sanang mag-recommend kaso lintik na yun, di ko maintindihan yung sinasabi nila eh. Merong kasi, kami kasing Ilocanos, di na masyado gusto kumain ng palos, gusto ng mga Chinese. Oh bro, kasi usually sa Chinese, if you eat an eel, pampahaba daw ng buhay. Tsaka pampahaba daw ng, you know. You know it, man. Ng Manoy. Actually, hindi lahat ng products ni ONC gusto ko. He's good, pero yeah, maraming mas magaling sa kanya. Medyo hindi ko lang gusto yung attitude ni ONC. Even his buzzbaits, may mga buzzbaits na nauunatan eh. Eto guys, if you're looking for buzzbaits, you might wanna look for to. Yung mga nagtotoman dito, eto. This is a UD lure. UD lure to. This is made in Thailand. Ang meron nito, you might wanna look for Axel Ace sa Facebook. He's a friend of mine. This is one, din nga lang medyo price ito. Nasa 400 pesos. Pero grabe to, as in. Sa Shopee, I'm not sure kung may Shopee nito. Pero sa Facebook, look for Axel Ace. Ganda nito. As in, ang dami kong hinuling toman dito. Maliit, malaki. Ayan. This white jump frog, if I'm not mistaken, ito ay 8 grams. 8 or 10? Teka, tingnan natin. Tignan natin kung gaano kabigat to. Ayon sa ating handy-dandy digital scale. 10.3, pero na-modify ko na kasi to eh. This one is highly modified. Ito talaga, mabisa. Sabi ko na nga. Wukong. Nakapunta na ako ng Kamiling. For a different reason besides fishing. Hindi pa yata tayo hindi, magkakilala na tayo nun, pero ano ba maganda sa Buzzfrog? Single or double hook? Okay. That's a very good question, man. John Nicolas Panisares. Insan, tatawagin na kitang Insan kasi Nicolas din ako. That's a very good question kasi if you want a decent hookup, go for kung gusto mo ng if you want more hookup ratio, go for double hooks. If you want a solid hookup, go for single. Ako, I usually prefer single hooks. Zerek pencils. Nope, not yet. Hindi ako madalas gumamit ng pencil lures, bro eh. Tsaka, kung usually ginagamit ang Zerek, yung mga pencils sa Bara, Black Bass, mga ganun. Pero, Toman, gusto ko kasi ng Toman yung malikot eh. Malikot na maingay. MB, nakapag-fishing na ba kayo sa Rizal? Saan sa Rizal? Gusto ko sana, pero bugbog na kasi karamihan dyan eh. I mean, yung fishing spots, so burned. As in, burned to a crisp. Ano po tip nyo pag may fry ball, anong lure sa gagamitin? Vibe, pagkakasunod-sunod ko, this is based on my experience. If there's a fry ball, I immediately get a spinnerbait. Always. Kung hindi kaya ng spinnerbait, minsan kasi nalalaki siya sa spinnerbait eh. I go for either a lipless crankbait or a vibe. Dalag to dalag. Kung to man, hands down spinnerbait. Subong-subo niya eh. Pag sa single po ba, offset po ba yung hook na gamit ninyo? Wait, let me show you man. Ito yung gamit. Yeah, let me just change. Ito yung gamit ko, bro. This is a RJF ang putik. This is an RJF. Motherfucker. This is an RJF slash bait na may built-in clacker. Exactly, Bulkatos. Yun yung habol mo, Kiras, dun eh. Akira Ken, yun yung habol mo. It's a reactive strike. Diba? So, ayun, John Nicolas Parensares, ito yung single hook ko. Very battle-born. Battle ready na to. Dami ng tama niyan eh. Yung dalawang, tamo. Ngipin. Ngayon, ito yung itsura niya sa taas, brother John Nicolas. Ito yung itsura niya. Tamo, see how the hook bends a little bit? Diba? Para pagkagat, dali na kagad. Diba? Usually matigas to. Nasira na yung ano niya eh. Nasira na yung tawag dito. May ano to dati. It really depends fishing bubuli. Usually open water buzzbait. Buzzbait ako. Buzzbait always. To be specific, itong hawak ko. I'm not sure how yung huli ko kasi na bara is crankbait ang huli ko nun eh. Sabi nila, kumakagat din daw sa buzzbait eh. Utol, sorry, ang pula niyan yung bigay mo sana sa water release somewhere sa slot natin. Huwag mo intindihin yun, Utol. Ha? Huwag mo intindihin yun. Akong bahala. Ayan, so ito. Ito yung paborito ko sa Toman. So, ngayon, fishing bubuli, if I'm fishing heavy cover, I get yung scam frog. Yung scam frog na bass rat. Sobrang bisa nung hayop na yun. Kung may fry ball, toma na, spinnerbait. Always. May video ko, nakasama ko nun si Tirada Tackle. As in, pagkabagsak sa tubig ng spinnerbait, I got a very, very destructive strike. Oh man, those were the days. Ang maganda pa yung fishing spot. Yan, so yun. Ano guys, any questions, concerns, reactions before we end the session? Ito guys, oh. Ito yung Ito guys, at Ginkgo muna. Ginkgo balagtas. Dito sa amin, kinakabitan namin ng propeller hollow body na frog. Effective. Yeah. Ang magiging itsura niyan is parang ganito. Parang ganito. Yeah. It's same as sa, buzzbait. Magiging slash bait na siya ang dating. Saan ang spot mo? Sa tubig. Sa tubig ang spot ko. Naka-lock drag po ba kayo pag spinner gamit mo? Yes! Yes! Dalag or toman, lock drag. The only time that I'm not locking my drag is if I'm using hooks that are soft. Especially yung mga Chinese na especially if I'm using my Chinese lures. Kaya alam kong sabit yung walang kwenta yung hooks. O medyo maluwag yung drag ko. Yeah, Badfish is not here. He's hunting wild boars sa Germany right now. Badfish, if you're here, lumayo ka pa ng wild boar. Dami sa Malacanang, pare, di ba? Ang ganda ng kulay ng Chatterbait for Laguna Lake. Eto, nakaready na ako. Puta, ragis ka! Good question. Okay, sobrang linaw kasi ng tubig sa Laguna Lake. Go for darker colors, man. Best hook po na nagamit ninyo or recommended nyo na hook. Okay. For extra wide gap hooks, yung sa Shopee, ito. This is not a branded hook. I bought these sa Shopee. It's like 50 pesos. Black or anything black. Black or dark green. Yan. Laguna Lake, ah. Hindi Taal Lake, Laguna Lake. Dark green, ganun. Yan. Ito, bro, John Nicolas, insan. I bought this for like 200 pesos, 50 pieces yata. Hanggang ngayon, gamit ko pa rin. Hindi ko pa nga nakakalahati. Ito yung gamit ko for Toman. Diba? Mabisa. Ang dami ko pang ganito. As in, ito pa nga yung supply ko from 3 years ago. I still have a bag of these. So, hindi ko lang sure kung saltwater rated to. Pero, I've been using these for years na. Doesn't have a brand. Sa Shopee ko lang nakita. If you're curious kung anong size nun, it's a 5/0 EWG hook. And it's good. So, yeah. So, may size po ba kayo niyan ng pandalag? Which one, man? Okay, here's the thing. For me, extra wide gap hooks for dalag, it's a bit OA. Parang, kasi, you might wanna go with these kinds of hooks versus extra wide gap hooks. If you're gonna go extra wide gap hooks, siguro mga 1 or 1/0. Malaki ang 3/0 para sa dalag, utol. Mga 1 lang. 1 or 1/0. Yeah, okay. Yung mga ganyang size Akira, you might wanna get mustad hooks. Pag mga ganyan kasing medyo tawag dito. Ayun Big Fat Angler, what's up? Alin ba yung sa ang wag mong kukunin is yung ultra point. Loko-loko! Ang request mo niyan si Ratamon Caller, Brad. Master of Puppets, baka mo. Yan ang yan ang si Utol yan, iba niyan. Pala John Petrucci ang Master of Puppets is basic. Akala ko miss out, galing na naman sa errands As long as you're safe, man. As long as you're safe. Ang dami ng pandinig. Bro, magpabakuna na tayong lahat. Sana makapagtoman na. Putsang ina, oo nga. Actually, to be honest, I'm really hoping na alam mo yun, makausap ko na may libre na. I mean, okay na tayong lumabas for reals. Kasi I'm planning this huge. Oh, pare. Actually, I'm planning since September na, di ba? So, pwede na tayo magpa-raffle ulit. Yeah, sure, man. No problem. Para-raffle. Hindi bigay. Raffle para fair. Kasi, alam mo yun, para fair. For the sake of fairness. Diba? So, ayun. Yeah, man. Kung hindi kayo, I really encourage everyone to have your vaccines. Kasi, herd immunity yan Diba? Ano yun? Pag ma-battle ready talaga, sir. Yeah, sige. Probably the next Tackle Talk weekends, I'm gonna tour you sa kwarto. Ayun! Brother Juke! Juke Ilazegi! Don Juke! Magandang gabi. Good evening. Ayun! Thank you so much. We now have 20 likes. No? You guys are awesome. Hinahanap ko pa rin kung nasan yun. Thanks, man. Carl Jerome, thank you. Much appreciate, man. Ako always battle ready. Gamit ko nasa auto lahat. Baka may madaanan sa spot from work larga na. Minsan nga, corporate attire ako nagkakamot. Actually, ginawa ko na yan. May office kasi yung company ko sa may Balagtas, malapit kila Utol. So, before shift, after shift, ayun, naka long sleeves, pumupukol. Ganda reaction nila. Parang, buta ba naggagawa nito? Diba? Yeah, actually, Carl Jerome, yeah, it's in the works. Medyo busy lang kasi yung supplier ko. Yeah. Totoo yan, man. Yung nabili ko yan kay Boss Bicol nung wala pang fishing villa. Nung minsan nagbenta siya sa nagbenta siya sa tawag dito sa sa Latian. I saw yung parang hybrid fly jig. Ganda siya sa tarpon, as in, ano, you can actually make this, man. What's up, Stephen Diaz? Ayaw mo yung mumu. Ayaw mo siya. Laki nyo na. Ano pa kayo sa mumu? Smaryoso. Ang dami ko pa liligpitin. See these? Ito yung, yeah, see these? Ito pa yung liligpitin ko. Hindi ko na alam kung saan lalagay ito. Puta na guys. Ayan, si Utol. Yeah, totoo yan. Sabi ni Utol, yeah. Kumumot-mumu lang ang pag-uusapan. Tara sa bahay, sa Bulacan. Tignan mo lang. Subukan lang niya kumuha ng lure dyan. Ano yun? Flex naman ng lure na pinakaiingatan mo, sabi ni Steven Diaz. Teka. Ito. Itong dalawa. These are the lures na I seldom use. So, ito ay bone hover jet. So, follow-up question, magkano yan? Next question po. Okay na ang lahat. Pinapainom ako sa amin, pre. And the reason I bought this is it's a dual lure actually. It's saltwater rated. It's a dual lure. It's a pencil and a prop bait in one. Actually it's a walk the dog lure. It's a walk the dog / popper / prop lure. Prop lure kasi right now it's on walk the dog mode. Diba? Wish I can do this without hurting myself. Sir MB, saan mas maraming to, man? Sa may maraming vegetation o open lang? It really depends, man. Pag umaga, they're pretty much everywhere. Pero pag mga tanghaling tapat, they're usually beside vegetation o structure. Okay. So, ito yung walk the dog mode niya. Ito yung prop mode. So, yun. Yung price, next question. Hindi naman. I usually bought the price of these was 800, almost 900 pesos sa Shopee. Indonesia. This is Indonesia actually. Actually, sorry. It's Bone. It's Singaporean. It's a Singaporean brand. Ngayon, medyo luko-luko yung seller nito. Napansin, medyo maraming bumibili. Di, taasan natin. Ngayon, 1 to na yung presyo nito. So, wag ganun. Bulkatos, linte ka talaga eh. So, ngayon, Nilabas ko lang siya for battle testing. Ayun, nadali. Na, medyo may battle damage na. Kay Bone, yes. Mas mura kay Bone mismo. Kay Bone Limb. Actually, he sells it for 750 pesos eh. Pesos 750. Yung ibang shops, medyo luko-luko eh. So, ito yung aking lure na iniingatan na wag. Itong gusto ko sa kanya, merong Toman colored lure. As in, literal, ganito kulay ng Toman, guys. Kung either it's sexually matured or may inner relationship. Oo law of supply and demand, tarantado siya. Mamatay sana yun. Sana lumaki yung ano niya, no? Lumaki yung lag balls niya. Alright, so that is pretty much it. Baka gabihin na tayo, no? Alright, so guys, I really do appreciate it na makikita ko yan nila lang kita hypnotize. Ay, Brad, wukong pa nagkita tayo, malamang pandalag lang yung dala ko. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys like the live stream. LS, no? Ano ba yan? Babay na? Ano ba gusto niyo pag-usapan? What do you guys want to talk about? Pero may request eh. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Ano gusto niyo pag-usapan natin? Okay, DIY lures, actually, sa totoo lang I am biggest lure ko na kinagat ng Toman. Saan na yun? Ako ko lang kanina eh. This is the largest lure that I have na nakagatan ako. Eka, na-curious ako, ano ba yung Hogwarts na yan? Butsang ina. What's with the Hogwarts thing, man? Mga Harry Potter, dikidlat kasi. Sige, Utol, what do you want to talk about, man? Wala. Snakehead, wala. Yes. Pelagic, yes. Always. Okay. You want to talk about rare species? For me, ito, rare kung rare, the platinum snakehead. Hindi albino The platinum one. Albino kasi, it's all white, tapos pula yung iris nung mata ng isda. Albinism. The platinum one is a lot rarer than albinism. Ang itsura niya, think of toman or dalag, silver. Tapos yung mata niya normal. That's fucking rare, man. I hope meron sa Pilipinas, pero sa ibang bansa, meron. As in, sobrang rare. As far as I know, isa pa lang yung nakakahuli nun sa wild. Sa Malaysia na huli. If you can catch one, not only you can register it sa Department of Science and Technology nyo, pati DNR, that one can cost like 35 to 50,000 pesos ang isa. It's that rare. Magka-zoom tayo kahit one time lang. Actually, bro, meron kaming ginagamit na zoom, pero it's for training purposes So, hindi pwede. Pang-kumpanya yun Sabihin ko sa assistant sa namin, sa executive assistant namin, ma'am, pwede po mayroon yung zoom? Saan? Pang-inuman po. Parang pang-salt, sir. Which one? Ang parang pang-salt. Like, paano humuli ng tarpon naman? Snakehead tayo, utol Sa freshwater, Kuya MB, meron ka bang dreamfish na gusto ko nang mahuli? Dreamfish, wala. Pero nasa listahan ko, na natitira na lang black bass, largemouth bass, tsaka apahap. Yun na lang 3. Hindi, bangus pa rin. Ano po nilalagay sa ring guides pag nire-repair? Ano yun bro? Resin. Yung same, hanap ka ng ng epoxy na resin type. That is pretty much the same dun sa ginagamit. Same sa rod repair. Snakehead channel tayo eh. Brad, Kraken. Yung Razor Kraken, yan. Gusto ko mahuli yan. Tarantado ka talaga. Pang Monster Hunter yan eh. Yeah, totoo yan. Big fat angler. Flies, fly type lures or soft baits. Okay. Factors bakit hindi ko makagat ng dalaga may fry ball. Una, baka ang tawag namin doon, Stephen, Carl, uli lang lubos. Fry ball na lang, wala na yung magulang. Or pangalawa, nadala na. Either nakagatan, kumagat na sila before, familiar na sila sa lure, kaya hindi nila kinakagatan uli. Nadadala ang dalag, brother. Believe it or not. Okay. Another thing, kaya ayaw kumagat ng dalag is the barometric pressure. Pag umuulan. Bago umulan. Or kung may bagyong parating. For some reason, nasisira ang ulo ng isda. Dalag included. Hindi. Ang plesyot mukhang pating ang plesyot, bro eh. Ang lavasyot, ang mukhang dalag. Ano yun? Tamps, yung nakita mo siguro is yung Black River. Gusto ko rin nun. Unfortunately, it's one piece. Gusto ko rin nun, bro. Yung Black River. Meron sila, wala yata silang 2-piece no, puro 1-piece yun eh. Meron sila yung Bone Voyage or Voyage. 4-piece naman. It's good. It's a bit pricey pero sabi nung tropa kong Vietnamese, it's good. 4-piece siya na travel rod. May spinning, may casting. Nagkakaroon sila ng immunity ganun. Actually, Israel, okay lang. Okay lang. Wala. Big fat, pagkakataon mo na. Wala. Alam mo na gagawin, bro. Boss Tamps, good night. Magandang gabi sa'yo, no? Ingat ka. Brother Israel, simula nung sinabi sa akin ni Boss Punch na yung may episode may episode si Jeremy Wade na ang pinang hook set spinning, ang pinang land round reel. Hinahanap ko yun, pero coming from Boss Punch, parang si Boss Punch kasi is a very good angler. Fellow teammate ko rin sa Fishing Villa. Idol, nakatry ka na ba ng ugly stick? Actually, yes. That's my first rod. Ugly stick light, ugly stick GX2. Yung one piece ko na GX2, binigay ko kay Utol. Kay Alpha 1. It's good. It's sturdy. It's freaking heavy. Yun lang. Kung may idol ako sa fishing, Puwi Fly. Puwi Fly. Tsaka yung yung isang Thailand na parang may cleft. Yun ang idol ko. Saan na yung other bonus topics? Off the hook session sa ating pag-usapan yan. Wag dito. Diba? May tanong kanina si Kira, sasagutin ko. Kira, PB ko sa dalag is 22.5 inches. Utol, pinakamura na drum bait caster is yung sa Ikuda. I forgot the actual name, pero Ikuda yun. It's a good drum reel. Unless gusto mo mag-Daiwa Ryoga, wala namang problema. Kaso, utol Daiwa yun, di ka kaya galisin yan. Totoo yan, Stephen Diaz. Masyadong stiff ang ugly stick, especially the tip. Anong madalas kinakain ng dalag besides sa palaka? Pretty much anything, bro. Except for plants. Insects. Okay. Depends. Wukong. If you're hunting snakeheads, yung nylon is not really it's not really advisable kasi kinakain niya yung nylon kasi it's a shock absorber. Even kapwa dalag kinakain nila. Ito nga si ito Stephen Diaz nung si Utol, yan si Alpha 1 tsaka si Pediatrician. Hindi ko alam kung anong meron sa Utol. Kuya, yung sa sa yung kinuhan yung sound tech doon sa birthday ni Papa, yung Jericho ba yun? Meron silang spot doon na dalag, cupcake. Yung pinaperasong cupcake, tinitiran nila, siguro ganun sila kagutom. Yep, they're kind of cannibal. Actually, the correct term, hindi naman cannibal, they're piscivores. They eat fish. Pwedeng carnivore din kasi nakakita na ako ng bibe na nawala. Hindi bibe. Tika, yung maliit na tikling. So, pamilya ng tikling, may isang mami tikling, tapos may mga inaka, yung mga tika. Nawala bigla yung isa. Kawawang pamilya. Yun, yung yung nakita nyo lang yung tansi ng ng karpintero binanatan niya. Wow, at 11 p.m. we have 19 viewers. So, for those who are tuning in, welcome to Taco Talk Weekends Live. Ngayon medyo open forum na tayo. Earlier we've talked about diving lures. So, we've talked about soft plastics, we don't have swim baits, pero I gave away my swim bait before. Meron akong tilapia na swim bait. And hard body diving lures like crankbaits and what have you. So yun. So what do you guys want to talk about this time? Pretty much open forum na tayo. For those who are tuning in, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Click on like. Funny moments ko, Lods. Marami, bro. Napakarami. Sobrang dami. Sad, funny. Yung sad, isa doon, yung kasama ko si Alpha 1. Sa Bulacan ba may wild apahap din? Meron. Huwag ka nang lumayo. Hindi ko alam kung taga saan ka. Taga saan ka ba, Darwin? Valenzuela, mas marami. To be specific, Ubando. Tumaan na kumakagat sa Texas rig. Medyo mahirap. Usually, yung isang Cagayan angler, isang Kabalin angler, nakawala na siya ng ganyan. Meron bro, may apahap farm din sa Pilipinas. Isang friend ng fishing villa, taga Bulacan. Yeah. Ano ba yung tanong dito? Funny moments, bro. Isa sa mga funny moments ko yung nag-backlash ako. So medyo bird's nest. Ayos-ayos ako ng bird's nest. Sa yun Lure Fishing Manila. Nung naayos ko yung bird's nest, may kasama ng jaguar. That's one. Another thing is yung sa naik. It was even caught on camera. Yung nalaglag si merong isang sketchy na tulay. may isang sketchy na tulay. Ayokong tumapak doon kasi medyo, alam mo yun, medyo big ass tayo eh, no? Medyo matabain tayong oso eh. So, ayokong tumawid doon. Ngayon may isang angler, tumawid. Nalaglag siya and I caught him on camera. He's a good friend of mine. He's Jimbo. Yung proprietor ng Electric Blue Lures. Yeah, he's a pilot by the way. He's a licensed pilot. He's very sobrang taba ng utak niya sa fishing. As in, sobrang scientifical, technical approach siya. So, ayun. Ano ka ba nun? Di ba? Si Israel ako, hindi. I plan to, pero sobrang walang time. And si Utol, si Ratamon Color ang meron. May nanotank siya, may pond pa siyang maliit. Di ba? Yung nalaglag si Jimbo sa tubig. Tawa ako ng tawa na. Sabi ko, I'm sorry bro, I caught it on cam. Another thing is yung, kung nandito, sayang wala si M dito tsaka si Edison eh. Yung, kaya na-develop yung term na sexy time. Sexy time is because usually, di ba? I usually fish, wala akong dalang pamalit. Kung may dala man akong pamalit, it's either pantaas lang before. Kaya na-develop yung sexy time is because madalas akong nasasabitan ng lures before. Lalo na nung tatanga-tanga pa ako mag-cast. So, pag-cast, sabit sa kangkungan, naputol. So, ayoko namang gumastos, 'di ba? So, hubad lahat, puwera brief lang oy. So, ayun, ako itong osong mataba na puting-puti sa malayo eh, no? White, polar bear tayo, maputi tayong oso eh. Tatamo sa gitna, may lumalangoy na puting oso. Kaya yun yung, kaya pag sinabing sexy time, hindi naman birthday suit is totally nakahubo eh. Yung, may brief naman, pre. Okay. That's a good topic, Utol. Ito yung maganda pala pag-usapan. What lengths you went through to retrieve a lure? Pucha. Okay. Minsan na ako nasabitan, yung sa isang spot doon sa Toman spot. Ano kuya, yung sa Malindig. Yung kabila kasi nun, naabot ko yung kabilang dulo. At the same time, sumabit sa Talahiban. Siguro ang layo niya, either 150 or 200 feet ang layo. As in, for some weird reason, dahil siguro na naka-tailwind ako, meaning nasa likod ko yung hangin, pabuga pa harap. So, pukol, layo, wee! Sabit siya sa Talahiban. Ayun, literal, boy. Swimming bear ang ginawa natin. So, hubad, sexy time, nilangoy. Ito pa yung bad trip. Yung, so, ayun. Ang ginawa ko, sexy time, ang bad trip dito, hindi siya open water. So, ang daming water lily. So, medyo lumabas ang pagiging Navy SEAL natin. So, talagang ang tagal kong nilangoy yun. Para lang makuha yung lure. Tapos ang bad trip pa dito, yung sabit ko kasi, di ba, Talahiban, di ba, talahib. Hindi siya nasa gitna. Nasa bandang taas. So, hindi ko siya abot. So, habang lumulutang ang inyong lingkod, no, kumuha ako ng kahoy sa gilid. So, habang lumulutang, kinekendo ko yung para malaglag. Habang naka-bicycle, habang yung swimming, yung naka-floating stand, siya naka-bicycle kick ka. Habang, ganun ako, parang gago. Nakuha ko naman siya. Pero alam mo yun, langoy mo yung mga 150 to 200 feet, tapos nagba-bicycle kick ka, tapos babalik ka pa, subo ko yung lure, buzzbait yun eh. Swimming, pabalik. Pag dito, ayoko na mag-fishing, pagod na ako. Ang dami pare, sobrang dami. Ang dami kong experience na masaya, malungkot, na sobrang kaya masaya mag-fishing eh. Parang yun eh, you never know what you're gonna get, man. So yun. Okay, that's a good point, Akira. Yung talahib kasi, I forgot the English name. That's the reason I wear pants. Tsaka ganito. Jersey, gloves, sarado yung, I wear a face mask, tsaka ano, uh, ito, sunglasses. Uh, kung hindi ako nagsusuot ng sunglasses while fishing, malamang bulag na ako ngayon. I've 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 experienced yung humahawang ka ng talahib, no? If you're wading through waters tapos mataas yung talahib sakto sa mata mo, yung gumaganon yung talahib gumaganon sa ano mo, sa sunglasses mo. Kasi naririnig mong gumaganon. Meron kaming spot, ang tawag naming bukuhan. Bago ka makapunta doon, kailangan mo muna mag-undergo ng basic uh, basic luckiest lure mo na donate na sana pero nakahuli na uli. Recently lang, yung scam frog ko na bass rat, hindi yun yung same bass rat na nakita nyo sa Ben-K. Na-donate yun kasi nabalitaan kong malakas lumaban yung poste ng Meralco eh. So, ayun. Loko-loko ko talaga, utol. Thinking Pam, what's up, homie? Kamusta? Medyo ginabi ka na? As in, bro, if I'm not wearing sunglasses, malamang bulag na ako ngayon. Tsaka yung di ba I have this, yung parang face mask, di ba? Malamang bulag na ako ngayon. I'm not joking. I'm not even joking. As in, yan si Ratamon Color napunta na yun doon sa yung tawag namin Mad Bear Corner. Kasi na-discover ko yun. Corner siya ng 3 fish pond. Kaya Mad Bear Corner yung tawag doon. Doon na maglagay ako ng flag doon eh. As in yung hahawan ka doon, as in punong-puno ng talahib yun. Talagang gumaganon sa mukha mo yung talahib. Yun yung nadaplisan yung mata ko ng talahib, napakasakit eh. Yung talagang dahan-damang gumaganon talaga. Utsang ina. Warrior. How to attract a sponsor? That's a very good question, man. If you want to have a sponsor, number one, you have to, well, hindi Makati, kaya may ganito ako. That's why, that's kahit tanghaling tapat, even though it's high noon, I'm wearing these long sleeves, gloves, everything. It's for protection, man. How to attract a sponsor? You need, number one, you have to use their lures, their gears. Specifically, diba? And then you have the skills to brace it. Hindi nga ako makalabas ng marikina eh. Another thing is you have to be good. I'm not saying I'm good. It just so happened that I'm a big fan of Fishing Villa. I've been with them since day one. Ayun. And a lot of contacts. Contacts, man. Network. Ay, sawa? Walang kwenta sawa, bro. Eto, talahib with Philippine Cobra. There's a video dun sa Mad Bear Angler page that I posted way before. So, nagfi-fishing ako, then may dumaan na king cobra. Habang, asan sa tubig, isang, hininto ko yung buzzbait ko, tinuloy siya. Parang traffic light eh. Stop! Tapos, let's go. Sawa, bro. Basic yan. Sa bahay namin sa Bulacan, usually, yan. Sawa kami dyan. 0 pero walang donate. Actually, thinking Pam, I would love to go fishing na 0. Then for me to go, fishing and then donate a bunch of lures. Parang ano yun eh. Parang ano yun. Insult to injury. Wala ka nang huli, donate ka pa. That's harsh, man. Sabi nila, di ba, I think I've read the saying before sa Facebook na um, parang okay lang daw na ma-zero so as makapag-fishing. That's bullshit, man. Probably yung nag-fishing na probably the one who said that as hindi pa na na-experience yung kalahati ng lure box mo na wala because of donation. That happened to me. Di man half pero a third. Lots of jig heads, hollow body frogs. Halo-halo yon, sabit sa ilalim, sabit sa puno, strike, sabit everything. Diba? Parang that sucks, man. That sucks. That is the suckiest fishing trip I've ever been. In one day, yes, in one day. Siguro 5 jig head yung nawala. Ang dala ko 7. Buwis buhay moments. Pucha, oo. Nasa Madbear Corner kami nun. Kasama ko si I'm not sure if it's watching right now. Si pangalan nito. He's a big guy. Big guy pero UL ang trip. Forgot his name. So kasama ko siya. First time niya magtuman. Sumabit sa water hyacinth yung buzzbait. So nag-snap yung linya, nilangoy ko. Nag-cramps yung right arm and my right leg. Habang lumalangoy. Sexy time yun and fuck. Seryoso? Seryoso yung tol? Putang ina. MB, naranasan mo na ba tumaob sa bangka while casting? Ako hindi. Ayoko sana. Recommended ba mag-rubber boat kasi meron kami dito? Okay. Eto tip ko sa'yo. If you have a rubber boat, you might want tanga puta. Sinong tanga? Si Utol o yung ulupong? Ako, Utol, yung experience ko dun sa Madbear Corner. Alam ko Philippine Cobre, kulay pa lang eh. Buntot. Siguro mga ganyang kahabang buntot yung nakalabas. Nawakan ko yung ganun. Shoot! Okay. Jerome, I have no information sa jigging kasi hindi ako saltwater angler. 15 pounds, yeah. It really depends, pare. Kasi sa freshwater, bro, if you're fishing freshwater, your gear is highly dependent on your spot. That's my take on it, man. That's why most of us here buy a lot of lures. Pareho silang tanga. Pareho silang tanga, pero never in our family feared snakes, so kubs lang talaga si pediatrician. Talagang kubs ba? Pwede bang aksidente lang? Napakasalbahe mo, utol. Jerome, to answer your question, it really depends on your setup and where you're gonna fish, man. If you're fishing open water, you can do UL. Pero if you're fishing heavy cover fishing, which naku po! Alam mo, Thinking Palm, yung Mega Bass Kanata, ang alternative niyan sa snakehead, Smith frogs. Tang inang hollow body frog yan, 1-2 isa. You can Google that, man. Ito, since we're here already. Ito. Here's a Smith frog. Ko, lalo na to. Oh, meron sa Lazada? Weh. Hata. Legit yung presyo na yan. Snakehead is dalag, yes. Dalag is the term, our term, Tagalog term for snakehead. Brother, Ayan, Smith. Legit yung price na yan. Nasa 800 to 1... pinakamahal ko nakitang Smith, it's 2.7. Okay, balik tayo sa concern ni Brother Israel. Brother Israel, yes. Pwede kang maggano. Tawag ito, Brother Israel is, yes, mahal yan. Si Brother Israel muna. Brother Israel, what you can do sa rubber boat mo, ang bad trip kasi dyan is, pa nagre-reel in ka, tapos sumabit yung hook do sa rubber boat mo, lagi kang magdala ng rubber patch, or, to counteract that, bili ka ng lona, lagyan mo ng lona na makapal yung gilid ng boat mo, para in the event na magganon, tumama sa lona muna, hindi do sa rubber boat. Diba? Big brain moves. Yan nga lang, dagdag sa weight. Ay, bro, Bro, Tinky Pan, gusto mong Ito bro, hindi sa gusto mo sa Kiest, eto. Feeling ko nasa top level shit. Poison Adrena 2021. Tapos Shimano, Antares. Nalaglag sa Pantabangan. 3 araw lang. Tatlong araw pa lang. Shimano Poison Adrena, yung cross jackal, yung with jackal. Tapos, Shimano Antares 2020, nalaglag sa Pantabangan. Di ko na lang sabihin kung sino. 3 araw pa lang ang tinatagal. Nalaglag sa Pantabangan. Another one, Malaysia naman. Siya, yung rod niya was it's a jackal. It's a jackal. Nalimutan ko anong sub-brand. It's a jackal. Jackal yung rod niya. Medium. It's a medium. Tapos Daiwastis na 2019 SV. Nalaglag sa ilog. Nasa video yun yung I'm not sure if you watched that. Yung nasa bangka siya. Angas pa niya eh. Tinaas pa niya yung rod niya. Oh, look at me, 1 knots. Nalaglag. Iyak! Yabang eh. Ayun, for the person who's asking ano yung snakehead versus dalagya, read Ratamon Colors comment. Totoo yan. We have 3 species here sa Philippines. Chana micropeltis, which is the toman or giant snakehead. Chana melasoma, which is yung dalag. And it's dalag din, pero ibang variant. And then Chana striata, that's a striped snakehead, yung lagi mo nakikita sa palengke and pretty much everywhere else. Ayun. Rare yung Chana melasoma. Minsan na kami nag-alaga ni Ratamon color niyan. Nasa fishbowl. Tumalon sa fishbowl. Patay. Yeah, it's true, man. Sa tomaan niya yung sinasabi ko Malaysia na nalaglagan ng jackal. Sakit. Pero hindi ko sasabihin kung sino yung angler na nalaglagan ng Poison Adrena at saka Antares. Tanginang yun. Iyak eh. I mean, kaya naman yung bumili ng 10 nun, pero I'm not gonna say who that is. Yun na lang. Bro, malalim ang pagtabangan. Malalim. As in, building lalim ang panta. Minsan na kami napag-fishing ni Ratamon Color doon. Tataka kami ba't walang kumakagat sa bulate, yung pala puro basang naan doon. May beginner pa kami. So, way back, kailan tayo nagpanta utol? Elementary, no? O high school? High school ka ng elementary ako. I have no idea. Can't remember. So, way back 1990s, man. Bro, lalim nun. Pantabangan malalim. Yung sa Malaysia, pwede pang makuha yun. Kasi, toman yung huli niya eh. So, ang hirap doon, maiksi lang yung linya. Malamang sinama na ng dalag yun. Yung sa Panta, yun sa bangka. Plup! Laglag. Katangahan ang rason. Hindi, sorry, hindi katangahan. Kapabayaan. Suggest ka nga po ng beginner na baitcast. Okay, here's the thing. I always recommend based on your budget. Magkano ang budget mo? Kasi, as T set can be a beginner. Depende sa budget mo. So, I always ask, magkano budget mo? Yep, parang ganun nga, 1997 nga. 1.5 to 3K, get Nobi. Minimum drag ng reel for Toman, 6 kg. Malalim ang panta, bro. As in, sobrang lalim. Jerome, yeah, get Nobi. Either get the Nobi A6, tsaka yung reel nila. Better yet, there's another alternative cheap brand. Fishing Villa, unfortunately, does not have it, pero look for Kingdom. Kingdom has right now, I believe they have like 6 rods to choose from. The problem is, they're freaking heavy for me. Yung medium heavy nila, nasa 165 grams. Yes, casting bait, casting reels. Casting Royal Legend was my first bait casting rod. I freaking hate it. yung first generation kasi ng casting, it's like yung QA nila, it's more of hit or miss. Isabel Peñaverde, ma'am, good evening. Shoutout po kay Jason Emelo. Jason Emelo, kung nasan ka man, mahal ka ni Isabel. Yay! Anyuy! Okay, if you're choosing rods, it really depends on where you're gonna use it. If you want an all-around rod, start with 6.6. 6.6 to 6.9. If you want longer casting rods, you might want to get anything above 7. 7 pataas. If mahilig ka sa close quarter combat or CQC kung tawagin ko, yeah, when I say CQC, that's yung, for example, talahiban, wala ka masyadong casting range. All your range for casting is limited to pitching and side casting. Might wanna go for I hate it so much. Sobra. It sucks big time. Ayun. Anyways, ayun. If you want more close quarter combat, you might want to get 5.5 to 6. Black Max. Black Max, bro. Steven Diaz. Yeah, Black Max is a good brand. It's very good for beginners. Not only it's budget friendly. If you want to get the Black Max, either get the Black Max 4 or Mrs. ni Thinking Pan, kung nakikinig po kayo, simulan nyo na po siyang tanungin kung magkano yung bike niya. Tapos po, after nung bike, tanungin nyo po siya kung magkano po yung bago niyang biling reel na kadarating 2 weeks ago. Thinking Pam, I love you, bro. Big Fat Angler, thank you so much, man. I really, those kinds of comments or chat, I really do appreciate, man. Thanks. Yan yung mga I tip my hat to you, bro. Ayan, so going back, Steven Diaz, and yung nagtanong kanina, ang haba na nung thread. Ayun, doon sa nagtatanong ng newbie, Alpha, Abu Garcia Black Max 3. And yeah, sure man. Sure, sige. Tsaka si, may Black Max 49, Black Max X. Black Max X, I believe it's like 7,000 pesos. Pesos we're talking about Philippine pesos here. Pero, if we have like 7,000 pesos lying around, get Tatula. Get Daiwa Tatula. Ngayon, for spinning reels, you have a lot. You have a lot to choose from. You have, ang starting spinning reel ko before was a Shimano Sienna 4000. Bro, natisi ka? Di ba? Di ba? Di ba, bro? Light ang gamit, as ang bigat ng gamit mo. Di ba? I don't get it. Black Max 3, it's maganda siya. Ano lang, ang problema lang sa kanya, sobrang sirain yung tip top niya. Lucky for you, Utol, hindi nangyayari sa yun. Pero most of my American friends, the only feedback that they have for the Black Max rod, yung tip top, yung tip guide. Laging either natatanggal yung ceramic ring guides or it pops off altogether. For budget rods, I really recommend tawag dito, Janku. Janku is heavy for me. It's like 170 grams. Si Pediatrician, si Utol ko meron nun. Pero it's a very good rod. If you can get it for like 1,200 pesos, yeah. Another good alternative is Kingdom, another one. King Hunter is another good brand. Nobi is a good brand. Daiwa XLR is actually a good reel. Even yung Samurai X na old school, yeah. That's a good reel. There's also the Daiwa G-Shock. Shakespeare Contender, nakahawak na ako. Pero, nabibigatan ako eh. Isabel Penavede, boss, tanong lang po, anong maganda pamain sa karpa? I'm not really too keen on fishing carp. Pero nung nagbe-bait and wait ako, ang gamit ko dyan, either masa, bulate, tinapay. Huwag ka magtatanong sa mga Europeans kasi sobrang arte nun. I have a European friend na nagpapain ng eto ang kanyang recipe, secret recipe for carp fishing. Spam coated with strawberry jam and panko breadcrumbs. Yun ang kanyang secret na pain sa karpa. Europe carp yun. Eto, dito sa Pilipinas, Rohu Asian carp, glass carp tayo. Bulate lang. Nung nag-fishing kami sa Plaridel before, nung nakahuli ako ng Rohu, saka kandule, yan, puro ganyan ng bulate lang, saka masa. Yep. Thank you po, Ma'am Isabel. Shoutout sa mister mo. Lahat yung kinakain ko eh. Tayo rin bro eh. Kung sinabi nga niya sa akin yung kanyang secret, quote-unquote, not so secret ingredient anymore in catching carp. Sige mo carp, ayan, spam na may strawberry jam, tapos nakabalot sa panko bread. Sabi ko, puta tempura, bro. Spam kasi is oily. It's very oily and salty. Not yet, bro. Probably after pandemic. Social boilies. Yep, corn din. Sweet corn. Ang good content for carp fishing is si Luke ng Cats and Carp. Ang dami kong natutunan sa kanya when nung nagsisimula ako sa lure fishing. As in, mga rig setup, everything. Big Fat Angler, alam mo ba kung gaano, actually okay lang sa akin yan. Tagalog tayo eh. English, medyo sabit tayo dyan. Yeah. Yun yung pansin ko sa mga contents na Pinoy. Pag nagmumura ng Tagalog, hindi masyadong... Actually, I have no idea where to fish sa Zambales, bro. Pero sooner or later. I have friends kasi that, I have colleagues that fish in Zambales. So, probably I'll just tag along with them. Pero for now, I don't have plans of getting out anytime soon. Unless it comes such a time that we're cleared in, we can go out. As in, the government declared that we can go out. Pero for now, we're just gonna keep doing live sessions muna. Sino Nicole? Si Luke? Oo. Sobra. Ay guys, nga pala. I just recalled something. Gusto niyo guys, murang alternative sa kayak? Kayak kasi is magkano kayak? Kasi yung plain kayak yung either Pelican or Ozark Trail, ano pa ba yung mga sikat na kayak sa nakikita sa HMR? Pelican, Ozark Trail, may Lifetime din minsan. Those are like 15,000, 20,000 pesos. Alam yung murang bangka? And I just saw this like few days ago. Ondoy boat. Okay. Wukong yung Daiwa Geka Bijin Ajing, that's for salt eh. Yung 9,000, yung 9,000 nila, kasha isang tao, like me. Like me size. Diba? 180 kg yung nakapangalan doon. So, 1 to 2 people, yung limit niya. If you want the other one, yung kasha hanggang 2 to 6, it's like 12,000 pesos yata o 40,000 pesos. 14,000 pesos. Pero 6 to 8 na yung kasha dun sa bangka. Yep. Ondoy boats, bro. Pinakamura nila is 900 pesos. 9,000 rather. 9,000 pesos. Good na yun pang mga big guys like us, no? Like 100, I'm 130 kg eh. So, may 50 kg pa akong pwede paglaruan, di ba? Tapos, pwede mo siyang lagyan ng pwede mo siyang lagyan ng troll motor. Butya, astig, Just found out. Naghahanap kasi ako ng wala akong magawa. Alam mo, laman din ako na Shopee eh. Hanap-hanap ka sa Shopee. So, nakita ko sa tas nakita kong ad. Naghanap ako ng, ang hinanap ko sa Shopee was, hindi sa Shopee, was Lazada. I've searched for PVC plastic boats. One of them popped up. Ondoy boat. What the fuck? Ondoy boat. So, Ondoy boat. Hanap ako sa FB and lo and behold, meron. They have the supplier comes from Malabon. Diba? It's borderline EDSA and Balintawak and Monumento, in somewhere in between. They have this Facebook page. So yun, Ondoy boat. 9,000 pesos ang pinakamura. Ay, social. Geka Beijing Air. Si Big Fat Angler, wala akong masasabi. Yan ang talaga. Yan ang mga nasa ko mga tawag dito, top honchos ko pagdating sa paangasan ng gamit. Yan, si Big Fat Angler, si Fishing Bubuli, si Sir Jun Santos, yan yung mga, it's up there, bro. Geka Beijing. Meron meron ng Geka Beijing na TWS na bait casting. Hindi naman sure kung kalalabas lang or first time ko lang nakita yung Geka Beijing na TWS. Pero meron for 2021. Japan has all that shit, man. For, pagdating sa fishing, isa pang, I'm a Daiwa fan obviously. Sana mabalik yung mga dinosaur fish. Bro, pag hinata ka nun, kasamang kain na rin sa'yo. Alin ba yung Geka Beijing? I'm not sure kung July o August July or August in-announce? Talaga? This month? Tingnan natin. Pwede naman hanapin eh. Daiwa Geka Beijing. Ito. Puntahan natin. Ito mga kapatid, oh. Delicious. Geka Beijing Air. Ganda. So sexy. Ito no. It's on sale sa eBay. Special Bait Finesse Salt. September release pa pala. Ayun. Damn! Eto guys, while searching for Shopee, wag to. Puta, pag pinatay ko yan, patay ang ano natin. While searching for Shopee, I discovered something. It's a new reel by Kingdom na mukhang may tatalo na sa pinakamura na saltwater the saltwater rated bait casting rod. Bait casting reel. Yun yata yun. I think that's it. The shadow tip. I think ito. I might be wrong, pero I don't think this is it. I think may isa pa. Shop sa Lazada na nga natin ano yun. Okay, ano po yung sizing ng bait casting reels? It's on hundreds naman. 100, 200, 100, 150, 200, 300, 400 naman yung spill. Yung spool rather. So, for example, for Daiwa, if you say Daiwa Tatula 100 HSL, it's pretty much the same size as 3000 series na spinning. Detected your unusual ulul. Kingdom Fishing Store! Yes! Kala mo may bibilin no? Ito guys yung bago. So, kung may nanonood po dito na nasa kabilang kwarto, ito po yung gusto kong bilhin sa Pasko. Yeah, the Worm Master. May combo nito. Actually, hindi. 100 is the normal. The smallest na meron is yung shallow spool. I'm not sure anong size yun, pero it's generic shallow spool. It really depends on the manufacturer. Sana yung hayop na yun? Just saw it yesterday. Actually, last night. Ay, internet. Sana gumana ka. Jerome, yung shallow spool, it usually comes with BFS reels, bait casting finesse style. Yun yung UL conversion ng, yun yung UL counterpart ng spinning, BFS. Bait finesse style. I had a BC reel for Shimano Chinu Special. That's probably an old one. Sige, let's look for it later, man. Napin ko lang yung na nakita ko na yun eh. It's like 3,000 pesos or 2,000 pesos yata na saltwater rated. So, ang pakita sa inyo eh. In fairness, ang gaganda ng lineup ng Kingdom Yun ba yun, bro? Shadow tip nga. Yung saltwater rated. Tingnan natin. Mas gusto ko yung ads ng ano eh. Eto, pro tip. Kung kayo'y bibili ng marami yan, I would recommend you going to Shopee first. Kasi mas mura si Shopee. Mas matagal nga lang delivery. Pero kung gusto niyo na mas maraming options, go for Lazada. Kaya, separate nga natin. Tignan nga natin kung ito. Basta nakalagay saltwater rated eh. Wala, hindi to yun. Hindi to yun. At talagang it says saltwater rated. I think this is it. Ang kulit nung ano eh. Ang kulit nung ayan o, rotor side lead design, faster open method, design thought come from a door open method of Agera R racing car. That English. Yeah, AliExpress is matagal. Like, si Utol bumili ng, si Vegetration bumili ng ceramic bearings doon. Inabot kami 3 months. Hindi ito yun. Basta may nakalagay doon, saltwater rated. Saltwater and freshwater rated siya. Ah, damn it! I don't have all night! Ito, gusto ko na to. Ganda-ganda na to. Is this it? Is this it, Pansit? Nope, not you. Ito, mura lang oh. 1-2 for a bait casting reel. I would rather buy this than other. This is a Chinese brand, by the way. Pero I'd rather buy this than other Chinese brands. Oh! Oh! Ah, butsin legit oh. Utol oh. Wells? Ay, hindi. Hindi nakalagay yung ano eh. Hindi nakalagay yung lure sa ano eh. Hindi nakalagay yung lure sa bibig eh. Pero, what's Wells to ah. Ayos ah. Aluminum alloy. Since it says salt water on the side. Dito yun. Itong ganda-ganda nito. Ah, talaga? Ito. The one I'm showing? This is decent. Ay, Gi, salamat! Big fat angler! I can justify it now. Yeah. Ang problema lang talaga sa Kingdom, they're heavy. Other than that, it's decent. Some of their rods, yung mga 2,000 pesos pataas, they have Fuji already. And the designs for... Actually, hindi to pampang eh. Parang bangka. You know? Doesn't look shop to me, pero when I say shop, na Photoshop. I can find it. Pero one of these reels, kaya ito, di ko ano eh. It says saltwater rated. Meron pa sila yung ano, tawag dito, yung silver needle. Kaya, angas ng itsura eh. Parang mono kaking dating. Shit, ba't sinara ko? Parang mono kaking dating. Kaso nga lang, yun yung medyo mabigat. It's heavy for me. I'll show you. Ito yung yung rod sila. Itong bagong solo, Kingdom Solo, kalalabas lang nito. So speed shot micro nga. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hanapin na lang natin. Yan, speed shot micro or the F for you, man. Talaga pelagic, nakagamit ka na. Kamusta? I think it's somewhere here somewhere. Ito. Siyang tunay, oh. Tamo nga. So, ito nga. This is it. May ano, shallow spool saka normal spool. Okay. So, uy. We're not gonna. God damn it, this is a fishing show. mismo to. Double braking system. Wow, may... Ito guys, ito talagang ano one of my pet peeves when buying a reel, especially higher end ones, it doesn't come in a pouch. Parang what the flying hell, man? Parang hindi ko magets kung bakit, alam mo yun, bakit walang pouch. Oops. Diba? Parang ito, diba? Puta, mumurahin pero may pouch eh. Yung Devilcraft, may ano, mumurahin, may kasamang pouch. I mean, Daiwa Tatula, yung Daiwa Steez, yung Shimano Antares, I think one of the variants have pouches. Pero yung Steez, yung Zillion, wala. Anak ng toko ah. Tang nabibili-bili ka ng ng more than 20,000 pesos na na reel pero walang pouch. Siyang inang 'yan. Okay. Pero gusto ko talaga yung microfine. Ganda ng kulay eh. It's the first time I've seen na reel na blue. Ito. Mami, kung nanonood ka, gusto ko nito sa Pasko. Okay na ako dyan. Masaya na ako. Actually, mami, guys, quiet lang ah. May pinariringan tayo eh. Actually, ang gusto ko, nandito banda eh. Wait lang yun. Saan na yun? May package nito, yung Worm Master. Oh, yung Worm Master bro eh. Para combo na. Yan nga hinahanap ko. Ito. Yung gusto ko nung light nito, ang angas eh. Oh, di ba? Pucha. So, yung grip, grip. Yeah, bago yan, bago. So, mami, kung nakikinig ka ng live ko, mamaya ka na manood ng La Casa de Papel, tinan mo muna to. Tinan mo kaganda naman ito, oh. So pretty. Wala na akong pakialam sa radbag. May radbag ako eh. Alconet na, ring system na. Diba? Ang porme. Tapos yung may combo nito sa Shopee. Utsang pogi. Tingin gusto kong kunin yung light. 6.3 lang para pa nag-fishing kami ni Alpha 1. Ba? Parang magaan lang. Yung sa Shopee meron yan. Mas kompleto guys sa Lazada versus Putsang inan to. Ano to? Yung totoo yan, tol. Yung silver needle. Itong kapal ng mukha nito, 13,000. Mukha mo. Kung bibili niyan, 6,000 lang yung nakita ko niyan. Ito, mais-iso pero Maribeles Bataan. Medyo, saka lang to, rad lang. Hindi yung combo. Talaga ganda-ganda. Oh, so beautiful. Very nice. Ano? Anak ka ng nanay mo. Pal naman ng mukha nito, 6 something lang yun eh. Mamaya na add to cart. Mamaya na, pag bonus na natin, saka tayo mag-add to cart. Pero ang ganda nito. It's a very nice. Ito guys, ito yung ano, ito yung sinasabi ni Ratamon, yung silver needle. Diba? Parang Lord of the Rings ang ano eh, no? Datingan eh. Not sure if they're micro guides, pero parang naka-micro guide eh. Ayun, siyang tunay. Micro guide, tapos naka ano na, fast light na ano, case support. Ito yung ano, aluminum na, okay din, Fuji pa rin, pero aluminum. Yung sa mga high-ends kasi na reels, na rods, they're using the titanium guides na. Pucha, kung maka-original triangle carbon handle fiber, tangina, tignan mo yung ano, saan yung weight? May weight to eh. Ito yung so kung pantotoma natin, syempre kukunin natin yung medium heavy. Tignan mo yung timbang, 175. Taragis. Napakabigat. Diba? Yung light nila, alam ko, ano, ito may UL sila. Yung UL, 124 grams. Puta ragis, napakabigat ang putik. For a UL rod, this is freaking heavy, man. Yun lang, mabigat. Pero forma kung forma, kang si Frodo, no? Frodo Baggins. The best yan. Okay yung Fuji. Ano, okay yung Kingdom. Eto guys, I plan to get this, yung rod egg. Kasi it's dual purpose siya. Pwede mo siyang ikabit yung rod mo para hindi nakatali. 'Di ba itong portion na to ng rod na pipipi, parang nako-compress na ganun. So it prevents that. At the same time, pwede mo siyang gamitin na panghatak for if you have a two-piece rod, pwede mong i-crimp tas panghatak na ganun without damaging your rod. That's a very unique design. Ito guys, another underrated na hook is Kingdom. As in, eto, may isang lure dito. Ito, tong King Pop. Nakahuli na ako ng toma nito. Oops. Nalobat na yung, mukhang nalobat na. Yep, nalobat na nga. Nalobat na yung isang cam ko. Yep, lobat na. Oy! I'm good, man. Saka na tayo Saka na tayo to cart. Medyo mahirap. Pero ang ganda talaga nito, Wuchang ina. Gusto kong rad ni Legolas ang puto. Guys, yung gagamitin kong tawag dito, yung gagamitin kong cam right now, may bit of a delay. Pero at least may cam tayo. I came in prepared this time. Kasi literally, what I'm using for a camera is my phone. So, yeah, let me just add this real quick. So, kamusta habang naghihintay tayo rito? Sa UL, anything beyond 90G is too heavy for me. Diba kaya nga sinabing ultralight eh. Teka, check ko lang tong so while waiting, teka, yun lang natin to. Merong bang D? Anong D? Yeah, 125 nga utol. 125 and 115. Ayun no, and we are now back. Sabi ko may konting delay lang pero at least mapagtyagaan na natin kaysa walang camera. Diba? So, fish na kumakain ng raw meat as bait. Ano? Hito. Hito. Pare. Actually, to be specific, atay ng isda. Atay ng manok. There you go. O, diba? Oops. Ayan no, pre-order na, anak-anan to ka, pero mahal yan. Huwag kayong bibili dyan. Mahal yan, sobra. So guys, sige mo magkano to? Fishing Villa has this. Naiilang talaga ako rito eh. Ayoko i-click to. Baka may, tsaka to mga pampalaki niya. Ano ba yan? Bad dyan. Kano to? 230. So, kung kasama ang shipping, so malamang kaparal na din sa Fishing Villa. Nasa 330 yata to eh. Di ba di ganun din? Fishing Villa pa. Ito yung gamit ko. This one. To. Yan. Mabisang mabisa yan. Sobra. Yan, para di mag-echo. Diba? Kanya-kanyang ululan na tayo sa ano eh. As in, sobrang underrated ng ano. Oh, may bagong palaka. Wala to kagabi ah. What is this? Paper. Paper frog. Na 9 grams. Ano to? Single hook? Bakit kasi? Ay, single hook nga! Mabisang uri. Okay. I'm not gonna use this. Kung meron silang single hook na palaka, probably I'm gonna buy it. Na hindi popper. Popper type kasi to eh. Kung hindi to popper type, I'm probably gonna buy this. Tsaka yung hook, tama yung hook placement, pa ganun. So, ayun. Kung meron silang single hook nito, double hook eh. May RJF na rin sa ano. RJ Fishing Villa sa Lazada. Yeah, boy. Represent. Yeah, Kingdom. Ito, bad trip. May nabibili nito, pira-piraso. So, bumili akong pira-piraso. Tapos lumabas si Kingdom. Nasa 1-1 lang. Putang inang yan. Bad trip. Bad trip eh. Kung alam ko lang, ganda pa ng case. Pero to talaga, ito yung Silver Moon. Ito yung kapares nung nung silver needle. Para todo Legolas ka na. Ultralight bait casting reel. Yeah, that is pretty much it, Pansit. Glow steel. Ito, Shmariosep. Para sa isang palaka, 981 pesos. Speaking of Smith, ang best na kilala kong gumagamit yan dito si Insan si Insan Hamlet eh. Tapos, at naghang na yung camera ko sa isa. Okay, sige. Teka. I need to see you guys first. Mukhang humihingi na ng I was prepared for this. Hindi talaga pwede. Yeah, while I'm setting this up, ito guys, ay my apologies na talaga sobrang delayed. Kasi ito yung isang camera na gamit ko. Pero I don't have much of a choice. Kasi lahat na ng camera ko it's low-bat. Low-bat, balat-bat. So that is pretty much it. Diba? Interesting is how using meat as bait for toman sa YouTube meron. Actually, sa utol sa Thailand, meron naman laman loob. Yun yung Alright, so guys, that is pretty much it, Pansit. So I hope may aray ko. Kasilaw naman eh. Alright, so medyo delayed lang yung camera kasi lobat na yung phone kong isa. So we've been streaming for like 4 hours already. Alright, so boys and girls, that is pretty much it, Pansit, for this week's Tackle Talk Weekends. So I hope may natutunan kayo. I hope you guys learned something out of what we have pretty much discussed. No. Alright, so boys and girls, Alagang Belo, hindi, yan. Nagretoke lang ako. Medyo nagbabalat kasi yung mukha ko, kaya ganun. Gaga. Alagang Belo. Unggoy! Nadali lang ng ilaw, pre. Alright, so that is pretty much it. So once again, I'm your boy, Mad Wrangler. Peace, tight lines. Till next Tackle Talk Weekends. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Ingat kayong lahat. Love you all. At yung mga nag-add to cart dyan, pag kayo ay nalintingan ng misis nyo, labas ako dyan. Good night, everyone. Ingat.